there. So awesome. Why? Two. Not important at the moment. Oh, hooray. There
it is.
we go. Hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we are doing another episode of Lex Arcana Susurros Alienorum. And I believe we catch up with the Custodes in their covering in their repose in a nice little inn in Augusta Emeritus in the Iberian province. And did track the day already. No, you just arrived. So you were taking a night's rest, I believe. Yes.
I think so. Could we have a quick recap of what happened last time? It's been a bit.
Yeah.
We went over to the mountains, right? And there we found some horrible heretical shrine, which we vowed to burn down as quick as we could. But
yeah,
Hold on, let me boost the signal here real quick.
That's right. Yeah, you had an encounter with a creature most foul, a Versipellis, as you escaped from that horrendous temple, and reported on your way back you came across the path of the Tribune Numa and had to argue your way past them and reveal yourselves a little earlier than you intended. Had to argue your way into Augusta Emeritus past its gates once again, as it seems that the governor is more than willing to mobilize the Legion. Reported your findings to the censor Gaius Livius, who gave you a much freer hand to deal with the temple before it's too late, or only 3 days remain before his forces, the Legion of the Governor, march to their doom, which both he and you are fairly certain, because the regular Legion is ill-equipped to deal with even a single Versipelius, let alone if there's more lurking in those mountains. You came across the path of the stranger who sings, who helped clarify some things for you about what you found at the temple. I believe you were going to take your repose in an inn that night, and then head to the Memoria Obita to speak with the priestess Valeria.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and we found out that the knives and whips, according anyway to the stranger who sings, knives and whips used in the Lupercalia festivals can harm anything wolf-like. Also, they're apparently vulnerable to what he called cold iron quenched in silver, and we didn't know if that was quenched or coated or what. If we don't do something about the curse that's infecting Yulia, she will transform on the full moon. We learned that the 3 altars and 3 symbols on the, or at least the 3 symbols on the door that were the DA, MI, DU, was dawn, midnight, and dusk. And that theoretically, if it's connected with this cult of Endovelicus, who's a master of prophecies and healings, that it's offering from what the sun offers, and each offering being from the times of day. So, I don't know. Although it's weird that MI was midnight instead of maybe noon, but anyway. So my last note is rest, then Valyria, then records, then hit it. We've also got orders and permission from the censor to second the new tribune and his men from Italia, Numa, because they're not all tied up with the governor and the politics here, to come with if we want. And we've gotten access to the Lex Arcana archive in town or whatever.
Alrighty then. Rest, Valyria, records.
Mhm.
We're going to the special place in the records for Lex Arcana, is that right?
Yeah, the archives.
Oh boy, we are gonna suck so hard on that roll. Okay.
As a note, Calypso and the Stranger are going to take shelter in the Lex Arcana garrison to puzzle out more about some of the auguries that the Stranger may have had in the last while, and perhaps Calypso will learn something that can be probative if the time presses forward.
Very good. Do we have any outstanding business to do while we're eating breakfast? Like any of those rolls that we need to do, perhaps? I don't think we have any documents to decipher or anything of the sort.
I don't think we've got. I don't think we've got an ongoing.
Yeah, the only ongoing one you had was the was looking through the notes of the censor, but you've accomplished that.
Okay, before we head out, then, quick question, if we can, for the innkeeper, to get a pulse of the canal, as it were. Does he know if there are any large forges nearby?
There would be one here in the city. Yeah.
Do they work with silver? Are they silversmiths?
I was about to say, what about a silversmith?
The bartender would not know that off the top of their head. They don't work in it. They don't work with it all that often. But maybe they don't know.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe he's good enough.
certainly there probably some toward the wealthier side of town, because we have seen. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're one of the major cities in the region, so it's a matter of
finding it.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, because alternatively either be Augusta Emerita or be Cordoba. Cordoba, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, during that night, I will ask for a roll again to see if any of you have omens come to you. Actually, one of you is going to, just because of the nature of where you are and what you do. So, I believe that is a Octortus roll for all of you.
I believe you are correct.
Torta.
Yeah, that's about how I normally roll.
Oh god. You actually rolled the best out of all of us.
Who got the best roll?
Yulia.
Yulia.
Kind of sad.
You see yourself in a high tower. You see yourself watching as the starlight above comes closer and closer. The firmament lowering itself. As you look down from your high tower, you see many legion battling, fighting. And you see so much glittering sand envelop them all. That is a dream that haunts you as you meet the others for breakfast.
I
You
just
see yourself in a high tower. The Japanese actually won the war.
this.
Goodness gracious.
Yes. I will say to the others in the morning, I think I had a omen come to me.
Oh? What is it this
Although
time?
I'm not Calypso. I dreamt I was in a high tower and the starlight seemed to be coming closer and closer. And looking down from the tower, I saw legionnaires battling and fighting as they were enveloped by glittering sand.
Strange, but it would not be the first time that Legion has been swallowed by desert sands. I've witnessed this happen several times. Unfortunately, I fear we are not in a very sandy area. It's been raining consistently, turning into mud.
Yes.
Well, I think the Valeria, is that her name? The priestess, she awaits us in her temple. Shall we mount up?
We probably should, yes.
'Cause we need to get that wound of yours looked at by someone
Yes.
more better than us.
Yes.
To all sally forth onto your horses to leave the city.
Hey, don't call me Sally, but yeah.
There's a big part of me that wants to stick together, but with 3 days, I'm wondering if we should
2
split up
days
to
now.
try and do something. Well, it was 3 days in the middle of the night last night, so surely it's 3 days. But whatever. Yes, with limited time,
Yes.
I'm wondering if we should perhaps split up and to get some of these things done.
Well, I don't know.
mean,
would you like me to accompany you to the priestess, or would you like me perhaps somewhere else? Because I'm flexible. I mean, I'm not sure I'd be very good at searching for records, though my skill in doing that is quite low.
Right, I mean, there are advantages to both ways. I'm just wondering if we can get everything we need to get done in a day, traveling around in a group, or if like maybe one of us needs to go and talk to a silversmith to gild our weapons or something.
I think I can find a silversmith, maybe. While you guys go over to the temple, is that okay?
Yes. I think
Okay.
that's fine.
Then I'll ride for the city center.
Split the group.
split the group.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
As the silver work is being delegated to the junior custode.
Should I go maybe to the temple district and see if I can't find a priest of the Lupercal to maybe either loan us or tell us more about the abilities of his sect? Are you feeling okay to go to travel to Valyria alone?
I think so.
Okay, let us regroup at the archives this afternoon.
You got
Very
it.
well.
That way we can all make miserable rolls while we're looking for stuff.
Holy God, what is that?
Look like a giant ear!
What?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, do not gaslight me. No.
There's no record of what you saw. What are you talking about?
Goddamn Section 31.
It's not like
Roll
we're.
212.
It's not like you're going to be streaming this or anything.
So Yulia rides alone to the south.
Yep. To
Corvus and Tiberius go their different ways. Which of these events do you wish to resolve first, everybody? Because they're all happening somewhat simultaneously.
Let's roll a d10, see who gets highest goes first. I'm sure with our luck we'll all roll ones.
Just let Julia do Valyria.
Actually, yeah, that's fine.
I think
Yeah.
that's going to be
Sure.
our big info gather.
sure.
I'll take notes.
All right, time to roll. Oh,
And as a side note, Corvus at least is no longer. I mean, since we've got permission to do what we need to do as Lex Arcana, I've got whatever insignia we usually wear as Lex Arcana showing. I'm in armor. I'm in Lex Arcana business mode.
so you're in war gear and with all your emblems of office.
Right.
Actually, question for you, Yulia. Do you do the same as you try to leave the city? Try to sneak out of the city. This is a city that's preparing for a battle, so the gates are armed and guarded.
In that case, I would wear my Lex Arcana gear and everything.
Okay. With your emblems, they won't stop you. They need a very good reason to stop Lex Arcana, because Lex Arcana are an arm of the Praetorians. So it's like, unless there's a really good reason to tell the Emperor's Guard no, you let Lex Arcana by. And you've already done your audiences to get assurance of safe passage.
Good.
You're on the road, sir. Let's see if there's any complications on your journey on the road. Go. Do. So, you ride south along the road. There are a few equestrians who patrol the road a little more often now. Mostly as people are riding one to either north to check with the fortification there, and there's another ride. There's riders that come back and forth with another contingent in a small fortification in the far edge, far south. Which that would probably be more to keep an eye out on anything coming up from Cordoba or what have you.
Yeah.
They give you no one gives you a bother. Some people do get harassed and told that Augusta Emeritus is currently under guard. If you have no good business there, go back to your homes. Some people will have like little toggles, like wooden tokens with marks on them, indicate that they're on official business, like moving grain or wine or something important. arms, like those are things I'd be like, no, you whatever you're doing, you keep doing it. You're gonna be let in.
Yeah.
But something like, I want to sell silks, it's like, we're not really, that's not as important right now. We'd rather not let you in. Or I'm a traveling merchant. Those people are going to be told to go away to a smaller village elsewhere. But no one bothers you. You do get a few looks in your direction as you would see in this. It's been a couple emperors since, but women in war gear is not that common, but it has been more. They're not the more stare you get, you realize, is the fact that you are a woman of high station in armor. Because normally it's the poorer who go into the military service, not a patrician. A lot of patricians are a bit stuffy still, even now. Like, even your family is, I mean, yours is one of the old families, but it's a little more progressive, so to speak, compared to other families. Like, likely your daughters will probably go into service when their time comes. If nothing else, for political ambition.
Yeah.
Curses Honorum is a lot easier to get through when you pay your dues with steel and salt.
Yep.
And in time, you arrive at the Memoria Obita, where a lot of people have taken refuge if they couldn't get to Augusta Emeritus, and it's a long way south. Or they need to do business here, and it'd be just prohibitive to go all the way back home and then come back. It's just the temple's willing to give people shelter in the event of a war or battle. People are pretty casual about it. Some people look over at you and see you on your horse in war gear. Lots of puzzlement. Same look. You stand out amongst everyone.
Mm.
Your horse is easily taken aside and tied up with other close to the building underneath what appears to be a rather sturdy-looking shelter that's usually reserved for wintertime to protect against like hail, so a little more sturdier roofing than normal. You can hear people as you're going about complaining about the weather, how it's been so bad. People wonder if there's going to be an early frost this year, which some people say that's insane. A frost this early in the year would be disastrous. The gods wouldn't allow it. But they see the Lex Arcana emblem and decide to keep their critiques of the gods to themselves.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Dishonoring the gods. Some people think Lex Arcana will cut your tongue out if you dishonor the gods. One, if they're Roman citizens, they have protections. You're not allowed to just butcher people for no good reason.
Yeah.
And two, you'd fine them. If you really cared about people dishonoring you, you'd issue a fine. Or community service or something, but, you know, you have other things to do with your day than hassle people for for taking Jupiter's name in vain.
Yeah, I have a few more important concerns, like, the curse.
And you do feel kind of peckish as you see all this meat. I mean, all these people around.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Just gonna ignore that and head over to where Valyria is.
Dear Lady Yulia, it is a pleasure to see you in our temple once again. Valyria very quickly comes over to you. She looks like she was in the middle of something, and found a very, very quickly and brusquely dismissed whoever was talking to her to deal with whatever that was, and then she rushes over to you.
Yeah. Pleasure to see you, although I wish it was under better circumstances.
Please come in. Oh, I assume in your garment you're here on official business.
Yes. Is there somewhere we can discuss without others overhearing?
Her face colors a little bit, and she nods and leads you further back in the temple.
Yeah. And I will say this is a sensitive matter.
So she leads you into the priestly chambers further into the temple. She looks visibly excited, and you can already read in her face that she's misreading this encounter completely.
Oh dear.
But she's being proper about it. She's not going to just say it, but you can see the excitement in her body language.
Okay. Well, I will say, I have, unfortunately, something a bit grave to discuss.
Oh.
It seems, so there was, we went to the mountains and we encountered a large beast.
The color drains from her face.
It looked wolf-like, but bipedal. And it bit me. I think I am cursed.
Your wound. Let me see your wound.
I show the wound.
Tears perk at her eyes as her hands come up to her face as she looks in horror. And you look down as well, and you see it looks like it's fresh. Whatever scabbing was there has kind of pushed away as if you had been re-wounded. But without any blood. And you can feel the pangs of hunger kind of clawing at you. As it seems to be pulsing from the wound. Oh no. Gods, why? What? You come here hopes I can heal you.
Or tell me how to break the curse of the wound. Either works.
Right.
I know that we need to act before the full moon.
You will need to give a roll of to society because she is visibly distraught. She is not. She's lost her faculties.
Right. Does... Actually, I think I'll just go flat this society. I don't necessarily want to be... Whoops.
Goodbye.
That was not intentional.
And you're dead. And you're back.
I do not, in fact, teleport out of the area. Let's go with this one. It's a bit 13. So I will try to ask her not to dwell on possibilities, but focus on what we can do between now and the full moon, as time is pressing.
Right, of course, right. Alright, okay. We need to... You, in the, Lex Arcana, you have, titularies, yes?
Yes.
Whom is yours?
Mercury.
Okay. She winces a little bit as she thinks for a second. Wait, no. That could work. Yes, okay. I see 2 paths we can go by. Well, 3, but the third one... We'll try the other 2 first. The third one's a little more... extreme. So, firstly, one of the ways that those who change skin come to be is by the punishments of the divines, or by a divine, if not the imperial gods of the imperial cult. You could appeal to your titulary in prayer, and even though we're not in his temple, he can be sent to bring a message of redemption, such that you may find yourself your disease carried away from you. For it is a curse not meant for you, but a curse inflicted on someone else. Presuming that you if you got this from a scratch, it's not something that you pulled upon yourself through forbidden means. Which means it's something you carried, so you may be relieved of it. It's a matter of pietas, and prayer and concentration, but I could help lead you through it. If that doesn't work, I can pray to my titulary on your behalf and try to have you imbibe a bread of gods to help enrich your soul such that the disease will carry away. That's taxing on the body, or it is you have a foul hunger for flesh, an abominable hunger that must be purged. I presume you have you eaten any meat recently since you've been scratched? Any meat at all?
I honestly don't recall what I had for dinner
Okay, so
yesterday, but I've not had any so far today, I don't believe.
okay, so the bread will purge you of all the meats in you. So the more you've had, the worse it would be. And if you're consumed, not that I think you would consciously, and since it hasn't been a full moon yet, I imagine you haven't transformed yet.
I don't believe so.
So in that case, you don't have man flesh in you to sick up.
God's not.
And the third path...
In fact, my I've given those who travel with me instructions should it come to that.
If you...
As I look trouble at the thought.
If you find yourself uncured before the full moon, on that night, come here and I will enshrine you. Even if you transform, you will be tortured by it, but I can preserve you at least until the next full moon to solve this. But there is no need to rush to Olympus anytime soon.
That's a great relief.
And I'll note to you realize that's a big offer from a priest to do. That's not something she's required to do in any. Also, technically, certain Lex Arcana people might interpret that as harboring. But she's a priestess, so she can kind of get away with it. Whether your Cantabarum feels about it is one thing. An outside Cantabarum, if they find out you're still here, may decide to deal with her and you at the same time.
Yeah, that's fair. I know what you risk in making such an offer, and let us just hope it doesn't have to come to that.
As for the third option would require me to... Well, let's not worry about it. Let's focus on reaching out to Mercury. I will gather what I can, and we can pray in the back garden.
Very well. And while you prepare, do I know if there's a shrine to Mercury nearby, like maybe in a marketplace or something?
You know there's one in Augusta Emeritus.
Ah.
But she's offering to do it here, with her trying to walk you through it.
That's fair. Yeah, regardless, I'll probably make an offer at the temple later. But yeah, now that if she's offering, I will thank her for that and take her up on it.
I need you... Just gonna double check things. Okay, that's correct. This ritual, there are two ways you believe you could reach out to Mercury with her guidance. One is a lesser offering. Basically, she tells you of a ritual basically where she, as a priest, though she's not of Mercury, she is a priestess of a god. So it's a bit of a game of baton passing, where she passes a message to her god, who will pass it on to Mercury, who will pass it on to the larger pantheon to try to absolve you. Or you can try to, despite not being a priest, despite not being on his temples, you can try to plead to Mercury to reach out to you in your time of need. The difference is that her way is harder to perform, but it costs less pietas. It costs 6. Reaching out to Mercury from where you are would cost 12.
Even her way, I don't actually have enough pietas for, because I've spent quite a bit of pietas so far. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Seeing as your pietas is not strong enough to reach out. The second method, she makes and prepares for you a special loaf of bread that even after it's prepared, it's a sort of bread that's offered to her goddess to thank her for the bounty that she's offered into the world, and to basically give her her due. This is the bread that we have, but this is you get to have some as well. No matter where you are, no matter where she goes, she always will find good bread. However, the bread of gods is not meant for mortal mouths unless they are trying to come closer to the gods. Even when you're presented with the bread, it smells off for bread. This very almost acrid scent to it. And she warns you that, again, you are likely to become very, very sick. To that end, this is to perform this ritual. It doesn't cost pieces to do this one. Actually, it does cost some. You have to do it.
Does it cost more than 3?
It costs 3 exactly.
Oh, geez, that's risky.
Do it.
But
Fear of the gods is overrated. We don't roll well enough anyway.
Heck with it.
And this...
Hopefully Mercury will forgive me, given desperation and wanting to not become a cursed being.
This requires a test of vigor.
Oh,
because you have to, because as you eat the bread, it's immediately the most acrid, acidic bread you've ever tasted. It is bitter, and your body wants to go, no, spit this out, do not swallow. And it's like she insists, no, you have to eat this entire loaf of bread now, as fast as you can. You will sick up, but you're sicking out the disease, and you just have to have faith that you won't die from this.
Shit.
Was your target number you whipped on? You did whip. Yeah, I think you whipped. I'll check. It's pretty low. It's not that low. You suffer 2 damage as you immediately throw up as much as you can. It is painful. Your throat burns. But you find you're unable to force the whole loaf down. And she advises against trying again, because you could, well, one, you get the feeling in your heart the gods probably wouldn't hear you anyway. Your pietas has been drained from you. It took a lot of you to try to go, I can eat this, I won't die. I can eat this, I won't die. And some part of you went, you need to stop, and you stopped. And that prevented you from completing the ritual.
Yeah.
So you just ended up with the sucky part of the ritual. You basically have suffered what happens to thieves who try to steal bread from this temple. This is what happens. They get sick. This isn't bread for people.
Okay.
And then lastly, she sits there with you after the mess has been cleaned up. The last way that I know of involves something of a tolerated cult. But I think not only can it save you, but it could arm you against those who did this to you. But know that Mercury will unlikely find favor in what you do if you go this third path. It is not forbidden, but I do not believe he would be pleased with the method.
Is it possible for us to see what our other investigations reveal and revisit this later, perhaps?
It is your body to bear the curse. The others in your group, they have their tutelars as well. It is possible, now that I think on it, they could possibly try to... Do you know who theirs are?
One is favored by Diana, and the other by... And of course, our augur is favored by Apollo.
Apollo would see the light and shine through to you. Mars would have you slay the one... His ritual would involve you slaying the one who harmed you, so you'd have to find whoever that is and consume his heart. That's part of the ritual. Well, part of it, not whole of it, because otherwise you're eating a person, and that's abhorrent. But you are you are purging the evil by feasting upon evil. She gives a look of like, I'm not terribly thrilled with that idea. As for Diana, her ritual would require an animal that preys upon the wolf. He would know. He who follows Diana would know more. But it's knowing of her ilk, she would want you to find an animal that would hunt wolves, that can consume wolves. Failing
You know
those,
where some cave bears are.
So those would be the other investigations, but if I implore you that if you come to that last night, and she goes silent. She doesn't want to press a tolerated cult thing at a Lex Arcana person, so she hesitates to push the matter.
I nod. I understand. Thank you. For the sake of my position, I need to exhaust Imperial cult options first. As time allows. If it comes to it, I shrug. We'll see if it comes to it.
While you've got her, why don't you see what she knows about fighting shapeshifters, and this cult of Endovelicus?
Yes, I will ask about... Yes, can you tell me what is needed to destroy these kinds of shapeshifters? We have some information involving silver and iron, but it was imprecisely translated, so we're not exactly certain.
Asking after the secrets of such things, your character recognizes that this is something priests usually keep close to themselves. But you find, which normally would require a roll, but you find she offers the information without you pressing her on it. Seems eager to help you. Because there's a moment where your character's like, okay, now here's the spiel about I'm Lex Arcana, it's fine to tell me, I know the secrets of the gods are important, and it's like, no, there's no beat. It's like, oh, okay, she just starts explaining things to you.
Oh, okay.
I was expecting more of a fight on that, but okay. She leads you about and presents some scrolls that she has, and she says unto you, I do not know much of the secret magi when it comes to such beasts. That is more in exhausting detail, for that is the realm of the Lupercal and the Lupercree, the brothers of the wolf. But I know that their knives in blood, sacrificial blood, can... You know how when you see them at the temple, you must have seen them in Rome, when they lay the blood in the blood of a sacrificed goat, and they dab it upon their own foreheads. That knife, or that kind of knife, if sacrificed appropriately, that knife can become lethal to those who change. I would presume their whips would have a similar effect, although I think, if I remember correctly, that is more a warding of wolves. But I know a knife in such sacred blood would purify the curse. The blood is transmogrified into that which is divine, and that which is divine purifies the corrupt. As for silver, I've heard of legends among the Celtic traditions, older traditions, that silver is a pure metal in some manner. That may be true, but I don't know for certain. I've never used it in that. I've never dealt with them before, and most of my records here talk of purifications and of disease. One idea, actually. I'll have to make my apologies to my goddess, but if you feed them some of this bread, if you think that made you feel sick, imagine if their very meat around their bones tried to leave them. She smiles and raises her eyebrows. Plainly, that is not what the bread is supposed to be for, but it's one of those ideas of, I mean, that would probably work in a rather twisted way.
Yeah. If you don't mind me taking some of it, I might take you up on that as something worth trying. The other question I would have is whether you've heard of this cult of Endovelicus, I think it was.
Endovelicus.
Yes.
Or, Endovelico. He is, well, some people look to him as to Pluto. He is of the Imperial cults. Though not many rush to call out to Pluto, as you may imagine.
Yes.
And actually, in the Lex Arcana, Pluto is also, I may be misremembering this, but I'm going to triple check. Pluto is a titulary to one of the...
Yes.
I think it's to the Assassin Order.
You are correct.
Hey. So, there's another... now that she's highlighted that to you, it is possible that there is... If there's a major city here, there may be an assassin of the Lex Arcana in the area. Because if Pluto's temple is here, then surely there'd be a Pluto assassin near somewhere.
Gotcha.
Not that she would know. That's a secret only the Lex Arcana know, and even the Lex Arcana don't know who all the assassins are unless they're in your Cantabarum.
Yeah.
For a good reason. And even then, sometimes people don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, he is, he of prophecy and the earth, the vegetation and the afterlife. I seen him pray to elsewhere in the province, but I did not know the temple in the mountains was of him.
The temple in the mountains seems to... I pause for a moment. If it is to him, it is to a vile and heretical sect of his.
Many look to the underworld in hopes of frustrating the passage of life and death.
I nod. I will spare you the details, but to suffice to say, there are forbidden rituals aplenty occurring there. So please can stay out of the mountains.
My priests will likely be in arms with the Legion, but I will be here. Whether the governor likes it or not, he cannot force me from the Memoria Obita.
I nod. That is fortunate.
If you wish to bring back the call of Pluto to that place, I would offer to you the idea that although this bread I give to you could be used to purge those who change, it could be used to call back Pluto to what should be his home.
Oh, there's a trick. Between the bread and the horn. That might be interesting.
For Persephone and Pluto know each other.
Yeah,
And should he see the bread of Persephone in his old home, he will gladly take the offering and violently render any that prevent him from its consumption. Indeed, perhaps those who change are cursed for their transgressions against Pluto. That would explain why they're why we have some here in the mountains now, or at least the one you encountered. But I would imagine if there are more than one offender, then there are many more lurking.
I understand, and thank you for telling me of this. Certainly, if we can rededicate that temple to its rightful deity, that is something we should aim to do. Leaving a place corrupted as it is does not seem wise.
She nods.
What is that?
Hmm?
What's the context of that, Ensley?
We have those 3 niches in the walls that kind of match the 3 dawn sacrifices.
Gotcha.
Which, yeah.
Yeah. That might be an option for the rededication.
We're going to have to figure that out to get in, I think.
Yeah.
She will prepare for you 3 loaves of bread.
Good to know.
She could do more, but she needs to make her offerings to her goddess and to help others. And actually, you realize even with that offering that Lex Arcana technically could demand bread from her. But it would be customary would be a single loaf. She's offering more than she's actually required to by law.
Thank you. My sincere thanks.
Perhaps one day, when gods allow, we may speak in brighter times, in a more... Well, these are pretty pleasant surroundings, but I'd much rather see you in your home in comfort than embattled on the lines of the Empire like this.
God's willing, we would have that opportunity.
Did you receive my gift, by the way? I sent a runner into Augusta. I don't know if it got to you. I missed you on the way in.
Gift?
Gemstone I thought you would like. And with that, cut back to Augusta Emeritus. To Corvus or Tiberius?
I don't know, Enzo, you want to go?
Want to go?
Sure, I can go.
Okay. So, combat begins. Just kidding.
It was supposed to be me, not him! Damn it!
Having wandered around this city before when we got here, do I think it's going to be easier to and quicker to move around on foot or a horse?
Since you're in war gear, on horse, because you're given the officer's treatment. It's the nope.
Fair enough.
Get out of that guy's way. It's loud as hell. Like if anyone wants to know where you are in the city, they'll know precisely where you are. But
Yeah.
other than that, that's the fastest way to do it.
Fair enough.
To put it into
So
modern
I'm gonna-
context, you're in a marked police car in a marked police uniform with the sirens on.
Yeah. So yeah, I will head to the Temple District. I think my first stop is going to be the Temple of Diana because I know I'm not good with talking to people, so I might need some help. So I will go to the Temple of Diana, and first thing I will do is make an offering, preferably of any thing that came from a successful hunt that I still might have left. And then also during the offering, offer up a prayer for Diana to intercede on behalf of Julia Rufina with her siblings and father vis-a-vis the curse. And then offerings made, I will seek out the priestess or priest of Diana of the temple.
Give me a roll of Demagia as you perform your offerings to Diana, and to your on behalf of your friend as well.
Imperial cults. Good, that brings it up to probably something I still won't make, but still better. 8.
You recover 2 pietas.
Yay!
As Diana smiles on those who give aid to fellow hunters. You need not travel alone in the world.
Very good.
And plus, and also the added pat on the head for having Ferox around with you.
Yeah.
You've been nice to Ferox this whole time. You haven't imperiled him needlessly or anything like that. He's been imperiled and he's fought beside you, but, you didn't go, okay, you're my sacrificial bird. Who cares? It's just a bird. It's like, Diana's not going to like that if you keep pulling that trick.
Right. Yeah. It's like, distract the guy who's trying to hit the weakest among us.
Yeah. But yeah, you're able to find a priest of Diana in the temple, of course. Yes. How may I be of assistance to the Lex Arcana?
I need your help. I need to find the priests of the Lupercal here in Augusta Emeritus. For they may be essential for my mission here. But I am far more comfortable in the wilds and the woods than in conversation and argument with people. And so I was hoping you might help me at least with an introduction.
We are some time away from the next Lupercalia. If you need help in relationships, I could... or immediate assistance.
What's he saying with that?
Well, because Lupercalia is usually a time where you're hoping to find...
Oh, right.
They're misreading why you're asking.
Oh.
It's like, why are you asking about the Lupercalia guys?
No.
I guess I could hook you up if you really need. You need to talk to the guy directly. It's a little early in the year.
This has not to do with that. This is...
There's no shame in it.
I understand that. However, I need to speak with them regarding a Lex Arcana matter that their specialized knowledge might be able to assist us with.
Oh.
To do with wolves.
Do you need help hunting a wolf?
I need help dealing with a wolf thing. That is neither one thing or the other, wolf or man, but a bit of both. And hunting it is not the issue. Putting it down is, and they may have information as regards this that will aid us in our efforts.
Give me a roll of Demagia as she starts querying you about what it is you're after.
Imperial cults again?
Mm-hmm.
Person to send on this mission.
Here we go!
6. Base.
I'm not entirely sure I understand your need for such. I mean, but if you are completely at a loss, then perhaps the governor would be of assistance. He would know more of that of Italian folklore than we do this far west.
If you could but point me then in the direction of the priests of the Lupercal, perhaps I could explain it to them directly.
Well, I don't know if I know where they go when it's not Lupercalia, and we barely celebrated the year, if not for the governor. I mean, I've only really celebrated it when I was a much younger person.
No, I understand this, but I thought perhaps you might know to what temple they were attached. I know in Rome it is the Pontifex Maximus who oversees the college. Is the priest of Jupiter here overseeing the city colleges of priests?
Give me a roll of sensibilitas as you ask that question.
11s.
Oh, actually, I would roll back. Roll's probably not terribly high. Just a priest, after all. Let's actually see. Maybe you have 3 dice if you're a priest. There you are. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. It'd be this, so I get 2 dice. Let's just make... That's a terrible roll. 8. So... yeah, exceptional. So, you get that the priest is, there seems to be this intense sense, and they're very bad. They try to make an effort to hide it from you, but it's a terrible effort. You're used to investigating far more nefarious and deceitful people. You see that this person has there seems to be some level of competitiveness, almost a petty competitiveness, between this priest and with the priests of Jupiter. Which, that's why you're getting the pushback here. If you weren't Lex Arcana, they probably would have chased you out. Get that feeling. Like, they would have been ticked off and be like, how, why isn't Deanna good enough, sort of. And with exceptional, it's that. It's the fact that you're not turning to... you came to a priest of Diana and are not turning to her for assistance. In this case, whether or not it's the most correct path seems to be irrelevant to this. Which is petty. Like, it's a pantheon. They all the gods help each other.
Right.
They're not competing for prayers. They're all on the same team.
Oh, good lord. Alright. Don't really want to threaten this guy. So I guess I will make my way to the Temple of Jupiter next. Since the priesthood of my tutelary seems not to want to help one of her agents in this world.
As you go along, you notice that you are being observed by the various Legion of an Augusta Emeritus. They don't call to you. They don't halt you in any way. You just notice that you're being watched a little more closely than you might expect.
Fair enough. So yes, I guess I will go and make an offering at the Temple of Jupiter and try and find a priest of Jupiter.
As you do that, Tiberius.
Off to the market square.
Off to the market square. It seems to be rather embattled as people are trying to get what they can, since there is a worry that a prolonged battle may arc upon the city. So, even though Legion are basically, you're given free reign, no one gets in your way because you're in war. I'll question you. Are you in war gear with your Arcana?
Yes.
Yeah, you are parted for. People don't get in your way. And actually, I take that back. As you make your way through, you notice that a small gaggle of people begins to build up around you and your horse as you start to get unhorse and get ready to look around, because in the markets you're gonna have to look into places to see who's a silversmith and who's just an ironsmith or who's a whatever. You end up doing that like once or twice, but the second time, you notice that you've garnered a small gaggle of people following after you.
What are they clamoring for? Money? Aid? Food?
You actually turn to see what they're bothered with, why they're following after you.
I mean, yeah, I'll turn back and I'll ask one. What is the matter, good citizen?
Please, food, coin. I need coin.
Oh, my good sense is telling me that if I throw coin at these people, there will be a riot. Do they look poor? Like dirt poor?
Sensibilities.
Okay. Four? Goodness me, it's happening tonight. Yeah, let's go.
Maybe you're not from Iberia, so maybe this is how more people dress here, or maybe this is wealthy clothing. You're not sure. They're not Roman, and they're not Mauritanian.
Are they in rags?
I mean, they're not as nice as stuff you have back home, but maybe they just dress like crap here.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Right. I'll turn my horse like about face and face them. I'll rear it in so it doesn't kick them or anything. You, and you. Select one who shall represent you.
Give me to society.
Command apply?
Yep.
Nine.
Yeah, that's a good number. Oh, good a number. Not that good a number. Yes. There's a bit of hesitation among them because they're kind of confused by what you're doing. And maybe there's a little bit of mistranslation of Latin a bit. Like some people get a little confused for a half beat, and then someone very quickly translates what you just... Someone clues in, oh, right, the guy next to me doesn't understand Latin that well. I'll translate for him to help. Partly to help you out, partly to help their friend out. And then one person steps forward. Yeah, sure. I can do it, I guess.
Take these coins and buy these people and yourself some bread. Trick me, and I shall know it and hunt you down until you are no longer existing upon this earth. Feed them, and you shall be rewarded by the god. Understood?
Oh, yes, sir. Of course, sir.
The baker is over there. If anyone comes to me and tells me that you have not bought them bread from these people, I will hunt you down. I'll hand him the pouch.
He nods with a smile and kind of looks at the people you mentioned and kind of says, come on, let's go, let's hurry. And they nod. And they
I'll
start...
about face my horse and, trot away.
Eventually, you do find yourself walking around trying to get your bearings. riding around. You may give me a roll of Descientia.
No! God, that is my worst roll. Mar.
I mean, that's a forge. That's a forge. That's a
All
forge.
right.
Nope, that's not a forge. That's a bakery.
I will approach the nearest forge. Please tell me that I am lucky.
You approach the nearest forge. See lots of people gathered around. Lots of business happening here.
Is there a master and an apprentice, or just the master, or what's the situation like?
Oh, there's a couple apprentices around. You know, there's some men and women mingling about and doing stuff. There's some locals mingling around.
I'll go up to an apprentice. You
Yeah.
there? I wish to speak to your master.
Okay.
Well, fetch him for me, boy.
I'd
Fetch your master.
says something in a language I don't think you know.
Curses. Right. Does it have an inside, or is it just like an outside sort of forge?
Inside.
I'll head inside.
The person calls after you, and eventually you lose them because someone else is like, "Hey, I want to talk to you." It's like, "Oh, okay, sure." Lots of people milling around. Smells really good in here. Really nice.
I'll look inside. Is there anyone that would look like the master of this forge?
Oh, yep. You see a person with an older person, big apron, strong-looking muscles, and they're bossing people around. That's either a very bold apprentice or that's a master.
I'll approach her. My respects, master.
Yes, hi. Oh, a soldier. How can I help you, soldier?
Lex Arcana, and I'll flash my badge.
Sure.
Sure, he knows what the fuck that means.
You want extra rations? We can make you extra rations. Hey, wait a minute, I was here first. He's here, and he outranks you. If he wants extra rations, he gets them. Sorry, go on.
You are not a forge of blades?
I forge wheat into bread. As you clue in, this is a bakery.
Curses. Would you please be so kind as to point me to the nearest forge of blades, or perhaps a silversmith if you know one?
Yeah, sure. You just go down that way and left down that way out the door, and then if you go past the jewelers, take a right, and then it gives you some directions.
I'll pull out a couple of coins, give it to one of his apprentices. Give me a loaf of bread, please. It would be wrong to go to anyone's house without a gift.
Oh, no. He pushes your coin. He waves your coin to him. No. Lexicon, soldiers don't pay here. Here. You can take one of my... And then it's like, wait, that's mine, though. No, it's his now.
I am a soldier, but I am also a citizen. You deserve a wage. Here, take it.
Oh, no. I couldn't.
I insist.
Oh, no. I couldn't. Roll sensibilitas. This is weird. Why is a merchant not taking money?
Yeah. What the heck?
Even in Rome, if they're trying to kiss up to you, they'd give you a discount. They wouldn't give it to you for free.
8?
Yeah, this is weird. Like, maybe it's an Iberian thing, but Iberia's been part of Rome for a long time. Merchants give discounts to soldiers, maybe. But usually they charge soldiers the same amount as everybody else. So, this is weird. He should be taking the money.
Take a quick look around if anyone's like needing the dough or anything. I don't know. I've needed a few breads in my lifetime, maybe, or I've been to the scullery to see how it's done.
Yeah, you see a couple people who are waiting for their crumb of bread. Like, they're not getting a whole loaf, they're getting, like, a wedge to eat for the
Is
day.
everything up to scratch here?
You look around. These people look pretty desperate. It's like they're afraid they're going to run out of bread.
No, I mean, is how the bread being made up to scratch?
You sure you want to ask me that question? Because that sounds like Decentia. Technical knowledge.
I mean, I'll. Well, what about the Natura? Could I persuade you for herb lore?
You could persuade me
all?
an herb lore. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll-
See how that works. Five. Never mind.
Yeah, you're not familiar with the herbs that around here as much. Maybe they use different ones here.
I'll take the bread from him and then thank him, and as I'm exiting, I'll just shove it in that person's hands who was asking.
Hey!
On the sly, if I can.
Hey, thank you! As you're walking away.
Be quiet! I'll mount up and head over to the jewelers or to the silversmiths.
Alright, and one more roll before we get away from you. De Natura, to make sure you don't get lost.
Sure. That's an actually okay roll, but considering how I'm rolling tonight... I'll roll a d12. Oh, 5.
Thankfully, you're navigating a city with somewhat clear instructions, so you just needed 3.
Oh, thank the gods above.
There is a couple moments you ride on, like, okay, jeweler, that's a jeweler, so right here, then right this way, and then there. There's a lot of that where you have to stop and think for a second of, right. But eventually you're able to very slowly meander your way that direction. And as you ride that direction, you see a dead body in an alleyway.
Oh, no, goodness gracious me.
And we'll cut away from you over to Yulia Rufina. So, think that's the bread. The bread's all packed for you. We've wrapped it up for you, so it won't be. It should keep for the next couple days, as long as you don't expose it to water and such.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help to you. I feel I've underserved you in your time of need.
You've been quite helpful, actually. We have directions in which to go now.
And she'll
Please
start.
accept my thanks.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said, please accept my my thanks for all your assistance.
Of course, of course. And she begins leading you out.
I will exit with her.
Just remember what I offered, if it comes to it.
I nod. Thank you again.
And she eventually is found out by one of her priests, and they catch her. Because she looks like she really wanted to walk you the whole way to your horse, but duties pull her away, and she looks kind of not happy about it. She looks to you, and then there's that moment of, well, there's not really a whole lot more she can do other than walk you out. But you're in armor, and you're in her temple. She doubts you're in danger, so she kind of just seems a little sad. She doesn't get to talk to you more as she goes back to her duties.
Good to know. I will try to return to town, I guess.
Oh my god. What is this roller?
Wow, you are rolling high on these ones tonight, huh?
Oh dear.
As you're riding along the road. You're riding along. And I will ask of you Sensibilitas.
God's almost intervened. Oh.
That was very close.
You notice a figure step out into the middle of the road as you're riding along. And there's a moment where you feel like you're gonna have to like rear your horse back. Not like full stop, but enough you're gonna have to go, "Oh, get out of the way, I have to go around you now, idiot." And as you start to do that, you catch that he's moved himself your sensibility catches that he's moved himself perfectly in the middle. And as you're turning, you kind of look over your shoulder to check if there's someone like behind you so you don't accidentally stop while someone's trying to ride up. And you see there are two wolves who are trying to creep up behind you on the road.
Actual wolves or?
Actual wolves.
I'm gonna try to flee, because I'm a decent fighter, but 1 versus 3, I don't like those odds.
You do get, as you start to flee, there is an initial volley moment you have to, as the guy, the wolves can't do anything, the guy in front of you is going to throw something at you. You have a chance to throw something at one of the wolves or him before you start running away.
Okay. I will do so.
Who are you attacking?
The dude who seemed to have set me up.
Okay. You are looking at a difficulty of 3.
Oh, I got a success.
A success.
If it's a
Times
difficulty of
1.
3, so, yeah, times 1.
So I roll 4.
Do you attack him with?
Just my plumbata.
Bonk.
Damage.
You bonk him in the face with a rock. I think it's like a stick you throw rocks with, sort of thing.
No, it's a weighted dart.
Oh.
It's the spear that the Romans throw.
That was a pillow.
No, that's a pilum.
Yeah, plumbata is the weighted dart. Yeah.
So you just pluck a dart off your belt and just as you start to attack, he's trying to attack you with a sling. You shoot at him. It's like, ow! I didn't do a ton of damage, but that still hurt though. Attacks you with an initial volley. Definitely hit you. You're basically right on top of each other. Ranged attack wise. So I get times 2. Ooh, 6 damage. Baps you with a stone. Minus your armor, of course.
My Lorica takes care of 4, so I take 2.
Plunk. Ow. Wolves try to close in with you. He tries to close in with you as you prepare to flee from the battle. Okay, so...
Wait, is this a system where basically if I do flee, everyone gets a free hit?
If you flee... So there's 3 debello rolls that they will do to attack you. So you can try to run away essentially 3 times. But if you fail a runaway roll, I believe it's the damage is increased by 1 step. By 1 multiplier.
In that case, I'm gonna stay and fight because I don't. I think it's probably better to stay and fight.
Because you'd have to run away. It is a well, you're on horse, so it'd be to corpore to escape.
Yeah, my debello is much better.
Okay. So, whoops, I clicked the wrong one. I need wolves, not people. There you are. So roll your debello. And what are you fighting back with?
With my gladius, so that makes my specialty in swords apply. Finally, a somewhat decent roll.
Okay, so I get an extra die because they all have pack tactics. It's good to know. How many? Even with the extra die, that's still not enough.
Harmless.
So you beat the wolf by 7.
Yeah.
So times 3.
Okay, so 6 times 3, I'm rolling 18. Damn. 16.
That wolf is cut down and killed.
Good.
Now let's make sure I'm not cheating you on being outnumbered. I think I get the bonus even if to my attack roll, even though my guy lost. I'm gonna check to make sure I'm not cheating you here. Adds each combatant after the first adds the result of the previous as bonus dice points to their roll. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether I succeed. I get 6 added to whatever. I have. Since I have another. Yep, another debello roll. Oof.
Damn.
Wolfie, where are you?
If it matters, because I have my shield, their result is taken as 1 lower for the purpose of calculating damage.
13% dead. So 5 better. Still times 2, but
Yeah.
worth noting. That one difference can be the difference between a multiplier or not. To be fair, that's worth remembering. 6 damage as that one jumps up to bite you.
Okay. I only take 2 more because of my Lorca. Still, ow though.
You notice these wolves seem to be some mildly trained and well fed, so they're a little more robust than your average wolf. Not like supernaturally so, they're just well taken care of.
Yeah.
Another debello roll as the guy in front of you finally attacks you with his scramsax.
Damn it. Oof. It's treated as beating me by 11 instead of by 12. Not that that matters, but ow. This is gonna suck.
Uh, 9 damage.
I take 5. 2, 3, 4. I am still up.
The new Tempest,
Shockingly.
as you are still facing off with these two.
Do I get to attack or no?
You just did.
Oh, it's rolled simultaneously, right?
Yeah. So, are you gonna continue your debello or are you gonna try to run away?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Hmm?
I have to try. So I'm gonna I'm gonna try to attack that dude if I can.
Okay.
But if I can't, that's fine.
They outnumber you, so the wolf will resolve first.
Okay.
So debello. You'll get pack tactics, but all my stuff reset because it's a new Tempest. I don't get the bonus from his roll. That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, for Pete's sake, seriously? How many times in a row am I gonna roll 7 on a freaking 17?
I only beat you by 1 though.
Yeah.
1. I think your armor soaks the bite.
It does.
Now the
Thankfully.
guy in front of you tries to cut you down with the scramsax. 9. So...
Pete's sake. Grumble, grumble.
Actually, no, that deep. No, I'll take it. Yep. So debello for the guy attacking you. I rolled 14.
13, so because of my shield, it effectively is 14 versus 14 for the purpose of resolving damage.
I wonder what happens then. Does damage happen now?
I have no idea.
Because now it's times... I'm not beating you by 1. My attack potential's been reduced to 0, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So yeah, he tries to get a good swipe in, and then your shield, you happen to put your shield in just... Or if it wasn't for the shield, you would have been cut in the arm.
Ooh. Good.
Wolfo's going to try to bite you again in the third Tempest. I assume you're not running away. I assume you're going to try to fight your way out of this.
Yeah, because I don't... Like, my odds are even worse if I try to Kapore.
Mm-hmm. Fight.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's a difference of 5, not that it matters. Or it will be a difference of 5 because of the shield. Dang it.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
6 damage.
I am down.
God damn, seriously? Damn.
I'm unconscious because it gets into my encumbrance range.
Ugh, they'll probably steal the bread.
Let them try and eat it and then they'll puke.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Orvis,
Yeah.
you arrive at the Temple Jupiter. A busy place, as various soldiers are preparing for the war ahead. Various people are praying for victory for Augusta Emeritus and for Rome and against the evildoers that hide in the mountains. When one of the priests sees you in your Lex Arcana, one of the priests immediately excuses themselves from whatever they're doing and they walk straight over to you. Yes, soldier. How can I help you?
Wale, if possible, I need to speak with a priest of the Lupercalia on Cohor Arcana business.
Waves you to follow him, whatever for. Seems an odd time to be discussing such things.
It has nothing to do with the festival proper, merely some of the divine properties associated with it and the divine attention drawn by it. We may be in need of certain information that I believe the priests might be able to help us with.
You, come with us. He points to some attendants to follow after you as he begins leading you out of the temple.
Okay. I will follow him for the moment.
We have to go to his house near the temple. He won't be here normally. He should be still at his house, and we'll have to stir him to wakefulness. No need for me and you to bother with that.
I'm grateful for your help.
We have learned many times that the Lex Arcana are guardians of the Emperor's power. To curtail you is to curtail Rome. Iberia has been saved more than once by the Lex Arcana.
Yes, I will follow his lead.
Eventually, you find yourself tucked away in the Temple District, in a small, humble-looking home. There is rather old-looking fellow, they kind of just walk into his home like they belong there. And you see this old man kind of just lazing about in the middle of the day, wine at his side, he's just kind of snoring away. He directs at his attendants, the priest directs the attendants, and one of the attendants takes a jug of water and splashes the man to wakefulness, and kind of tumbles out of his resting place and sputters and begins shouting at the guy in the local tongue. And then,
it's like Prince closes his eyes and pinches the bridge of his nose with a quiet sigh.
Points and shouts and sputters at him, shakes his wine at him a bit. The priest just kind of waits it out. And then he says something, and then you hear Lex Arcana, because there's no real other word for that. He gestures to you. Well, whatever do you want? He says in Latin. And then the priest kind of gestures like, here, go ahead. Sort of look like I was supposed to introduce you, but apparently not.
Thank you.
What do you want?
I am Belisarius Corvus of the Cohor's Arcana. You are?
Drunk and hungover. What? What do you want?
I want priest of the Lupercal.
Yes, I'm here. I'm awake. Whatever this is better be important.
What is that thing called? We have encountered a Versapellus in the mountains.
What?
A Versapellus.
What?
Part.
Well, you don't have to make things up. Do you even know what one is?
Yes. It's a wolf man that stands on 2 feet that we can cut into as often as we want, and it goes down, but then it gets right back up again and starts fighting again. It was about 8 feet tall and fierce as all get out. I'm to understand that your sect might be able to help us defeat this creature. So I have come seeking your aid, priest.
Well, there are many things that come of wolves and wolf-likes. Things and mysteries that even the Lex Arcana need not know. But tell me what you think you know, and I can guide you to what you should know. As he gets a lot more sober now that it's starting to get into his realm. You're not just you don't sound like some Lex Arcana trying to puff yourself up. You really ran into something.
Yeah, I know that we were stalked by and turned around and stalked in turn one of these wolfmen creatures, these Versapelli, and engaged it. And while we struck true and sent it down and theoretically to its death several times, including cutting its head off once, it regenerated almost instantly. This is what I know. What I have heard is that the priests of the Lupercal might have information on how to deal with such a beast, and that some of the materials and items used during the Lupercalia itself might be effective against it. I've also heard rumors. Oh, God.
He begins detailing certain tales. He doesn't give you a direct answer. He talks in tales of old, of wolves, legendary and mythical. He waxes on how Lupercal in the past have done things, how people take on costumes of the Versapellas. He talks of the Versapellas in Italia and what has been done in the past, which requires a demagia, because you're getting the feeling that he is trying to tell you everything without anyone overhearing, understanding what you two are talking about. Like, he's trying to keep very secret knowledge only to you. He's trying not to be overheard. He's talking in myth and folklore to explain it to you.
Can I ask the priest of Jupiter and his attendants to leave us alone? That I think the man might be more forthcoming.
They are more than happy to leave.
Okay.
We don't have to be here? Great. They like this guy during Lupercalia. He's awesome during the time. The rest of the time, he's a lush. He's a pain. I want to deal with him. This will reduce the difficulty now, because he does still talk to you in folklore, but now he can be a little more. He can gesture and stuff, so it might help you with the roll.
Yeah, not many things will help me with this roll, but at least it's not as bad as Octuritas.
You've heard enough to repeat what he told you, but you're not seeing the trees from the forest. You know there's trees in the forest. You get what he's trying to do. You need to try to explain this to somebody else in your Cantaberm, and maybe they'll understand what he's talking about. But at the moment, you're not sure what he's driving at. Whatever he's told you is important. He has told you what you need to know, and he seems very satisfied with his answer. And you know that the Lupercal tend to be intensely secretive about what they do. And Lex Arcana can be like this sometimes too. Usually, this is the way people in Apolloites, like those of the augurs and the assassins, they'll talk like this sometimes to say things without saying things. Hunters don't talk like this.
Right.
Clarity of message is more important. Same with the followers of. Although Mars people would have like passwords, but this is far more arcane what he's sharing with you. But it feels like the right answer. You just don't understand what he's talking about.
Right. I can repeat what you have said to me to an augur, and perhaps they will be able to make more sense out of it than I can. I need a weapon.
You have a weapon.
I need a weapon that is particularly effective against this type of entity. Mine can cut into it, but it can ignore them a minute later. I need a weapon that can hurt this thing for real.
He repeats one of the tales at you and says you must do what he did. Which, if it has something to do with herbs and something to do with metal. Taken literally, you wrap herbs around your weapon, but that doesn't make sense. Maybe an herb weapon? You don't get it. Makes perfect sense to him.
This is frustrating as fuck. Have you told me all that you can tell me that might help? Assuming I can get someone to translate it.
I can tell you that many see that wolves are that which we fear, but it is in ourselves that we fear the most. And that when we face that, understand that, accept that, we can be better than the beasts from which we came.
Old man, I walk in the moonlight with Diana. I understand wolves, and I understand the wolves that live within man. You're not telling me anything new there. I much prefer wolves to men when it comes to it. Regular wolves, anyway. And I'm pretty sure that whatever taints this, whatever the end of the taint from this creature comes from, it's from the side of man rather than the side of wolves.
Then one appeals to the wolf over the man, or the man over the wolf.
Very well. I thank you for your supposed help.
He nods, very proud of himself, and goes searching for a wine bottle he has not dropped over.
And I... let's see, what else was on the list of things to do before, if was there anything before the... Okay, so yeah, I guess I will make my way back to meet everybody as arranged at the archives.
Tiberius.
Oh boy, here I am.
Okay, take a left. There it is, right there. Great, you found him. You peek in. You check if there's bread. There is bread, but it's lunch, so you're okay.
I'm sorry, but there was a body.
Oh yes, I suppose you want to focus on the body first. I figured
Yes,
you'd
the
ride
body,
on
yes.
heartlessly. Yeah, there's a body in an alleyway.
Dehorse myself?
Hey, your horse is not dead.
No, dehorse myself.
Okay.
I don't know, I'll post it up somewhere if I can, like just tie it to someplace and stroll over. I will not have my axe in hand or anything. It will be, on my belt as it normally is.
You step out from Apollo's light into the shadows between buildings, and you see the fresh body lying there. Pool of blood around it. Under it.
Male or female?
They're face down.
Use my leg very gently and try and flip.
Flip the poor soul over, and you recognize the face of the person who you gave money to.
Any sign of a pouch on him?
Nope.
Typical. Go back out onto the street. Any guard around?
A few.
In my best commanding voice. Hey, you! Over here!
Sir? The person in their contuberum comes over to see why he's being shouted at. It's like, well, I better go and help you, whatever it is.
A man has been murdered in that alleyway.
Did you see the murderer, sir?
No, but I saw the victim. I gave a few denarii to him to buy bread.
People being killed over handfuls of denarii? We're not even at war yet.
Dispose of the corpse properly. Give it rights in the name of Mars.
Sir? Get into the alleyway to start taking care of it.
Mars, why hast thou forsaken this city? I know it goes to war, but this is not a war worthy of your eyes. I'll remount myself and proceed on to the jeweler.
Give me Ingenium. You head over to the silver maker.
Ingenium. Okay, that's a roll. Five.
Yeah. You feel your words have more truth than you realize. More I cannot reveal.
Well then, I'll spur my horse on and proceed down to the jeweler.
You find yourself at the silverworkers area where you feel the heat of the forge. Far less people are here. I mean, not many people have need of silverware in metalworking in this time of battle, unless it's war metal, as it were. But that's not what this guy does.
The forge has a master or an apprentice, or
a master and a apprentice. far less populated.
I would like to approach the master then. Ave, master.
Salve. Oh, can I help you? Finally turns around, looks in your uniform, looks at the Lex Arcana emblem, and how can I help you, Praetorian?
May we speak somewhere in private?
You go sort the tools in the back. But I just did. Gives a gesture, says something to him in the local dialect, and the person perks up and races into the back. Waves and just shakes his head. Young people these days.
No,
Go.
I understand you completely. But, me and my contubernum may have need of your services. Pray tell, Silversmith, have you ever worked with cold iron?
I have.
Very good. Then perhaps you are indeed who we are searching for. Me and my comrades shall soon be facing an enemy which you do not need to know about, but it is defeated with the use of cold iron quenched in silver. We have these weapons, and I'll, plop down my axe, and my comrades have 2 gladiuses. Can you forge our weapons to be effective?
Are they made? This doesn't look. Was it made of cold iron? Your axe?
No. Can you make one of cold iron?
I know a fellow metal worker who knows some cold iron work, and I could help quench it in silver for him to get it the proper holding. It won't be for very long, you understand. The silver will chip away with battling.
We only require a few well-placed hits.
How many? So you want an axe? And
1 axe, 2 gladiuses, and what does Calypso have? A dagger? Am I getting that right?
If you can get maybe your axe and then maybe arrowheads for me, because that's probably
arrowheads.
quicker. And then Like Calypso has sling stones, and then of course,
Yulia has a gladius.
and the plumbata. So I mean, failing that, like even just silver-coated Pugio, the daggers, but probably
Is a
time-wise,
plumbata-
arrowheads would probably be the quickest.
Is a plumbata blunt, or is it bladed?
It's a dart, so I'm assuming it has a pointed tip.
Right.
Maybe just the tip.
Yep, it's a metal
Dart.
tip. Yep.
Yeah, it's a weighted lead dart, basically.
God, those darts are bigger than I thought they were. Good God, that would hurt.
Uh-huh.
I just saw an image of one. Jeez.
So the one
So, yeah.
damage that she did must have been a glancing blow.
Uh-huh.
Because they can probably turn out arrowheads and plumbata tips quicker than gladius. So if you can get
That
like,
is
your axe,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, my axe will probably be the biggest damage dealer out of them all.
yeah.
So you want arrowheads, and Yulia, do you want a gladius, or do you want your plumbata to be like silvered up?
Plumbata are single use, so Gladius is definitely better. Well, they're not
Gladius.
exactly single use, but they're thrown
Right.
weapons, so
I got you. Okay.
They'd only be good in the
So-
initial volley or if she's in the back row.
I'll actually take my quiver off off my horse that I have with me. I think this shall be appropriate. My axe needs to be forged in in cold iron and quenched in silver. One gladius for my comrade in arms, and a set of 10 arrows for my comrade. And one dagger.
Rubs his head, scratches at his chin, kind of hums and haws and thinks about it. And grabs a bit of paper to notate, a bit of clay tablet to scribe into, and they wipe at it and scribe a bit more as they do some calculation. How soon do you need them?
How soon can you make them?
Well, give me a roll here of the society as you impress upon him how urgent it is.
Yes, it's not my words that will do the speaking, but it's more like my standing, like I'll give him a look, I need it as quick as you can, please.
Yeah.
And price is not an option.
And this, I'll treat this as, like a mini audience. You're waiving the presentation because you outrank him so severely. So that's not even a question. You will get what amounts to at least 6 attempts to try to impress upon him the urgency of the matter. As you explain to him in quiet and unquiet terms, and he tries to explain to you, well, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this maybe, I might need to ask this guy for a favor, yes, do that. There's certain things where you might go, maybe I don't want to do that, maybe I don't want to push that far. And other times you're going to be, yes, I don't care if your brother doesn't like me, I don't care, go ahead, bully him, I'll bully him if you want. So
question, would you count this audience as something short, or is it going to be one of those that take like 2 hours of negotiating back and forth?
It'll take time to go back and forth on.
Okay. An unspecified amount of time.
Yeah.
I can work with that. That's fine.
Well,
right.
And I also
Would you-
remembered something I need to do before meeting everybody. So
So you
Would
get
you take-
6 attempts. Your difficulty here is... It's just 9.
Okay, would you take command?
Yes. Oh, and you need to get at least 3 successes total in this extended roll.
Okay, so a
You get 6 shots out of diff 9, 6 attempts.
Why do I not feel confident about this?
Target.
Difficulty 9?
3.
Ha!
Surely in 6 attempts, I can get something. Alright.
Basically, I gave you the best case scenario for a presentation because he's like, oh, geez, I really want to help the Lex Arcana. Like he is falling over himself trying to help you.
2 more.
There's 1. 2 more. Woo! Actually, don't piss your pants just yet. That's just the first roll. Goodness. Okay. 13, sorry. No cigar. Try again. Try again. What am I going to roll this time? A D10 and a D3, sure. Hey, there's another one.
One more. 2 more rolls.
Can it be done?
Oh, yeah.
Let's try 553. No, that's a bad combination.
Uh-oh.
One more attempt, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What can you do? Question. Bit of bullshito if I try and... before I try and do this roll. Could I impart to him my knowledge of axes and maces, if it'll, help him understand that the process is actually not that hard for forging an axe?
You could do that,
You take a piece of metal and you beat it. Replace it with the bellow?
I'll do that, yep.
Oh, Lord. Could have done that sooner.
Your knowledge of axes. There you go.
There you go.
In that last roll, you're trying to bully him a bit, and it's you learn very quickly that he's trying his best. It's just a matter of who he's willing to bully, and who he knows, and who you're willing to bully. Because you could bully all the way up to the governor technically, but there's only so much so much of a stink you really want to cause. Because if you make too much of a stink, it'll take forever. It'll take weeks to get done, just politically. But then at that last little bit where you're just, oh man, how do you get that last little bit he needs in the time you want? And then it occurs to you, wait a minute, you've worked with axes before, you've had to repair an axe once or twice, and you've had some personally made, and you give some ideas, like, well, wait a minute, what if we did this instead? And by the way, while we're talking about it, let's talk about those darts. I have an idea for that. We could do this, couldn't we? And then it turns into, oh, well, yeah, we don't need that at all then. No, never mind. We can do it this way. That's way easier. Yeah, I could have that as soon as tomorrow morning for the entire order.
If you make it by sunrise, I shall give you 2 golden denarii.
He's done. Reached out to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand back.
Gives a nice firm shake.
You are on official work for the Lex Arcana. Do not forget this. This mission is secret. Do not reveal it to anyone.
For that many denarii, you close a lot of mouths very quickly, sir.
Very good. I shall visit you again in the morning.
Nods.
Salve, master.
Salve.
And horse myself, and proceed onwards.
Orvis, what were you doing before you arrived? Because you realize on your way from Jupiter.
Yeah.
Wait a second, there's one more thing.
Yeah, I need to go find the Tribune Numa.
They're at the bridge. You'd have to leave town.
Okay. Well, I can do that. And I'll meet up with everybody at the archives. So yeah, I will head out and ride towards the bridge.
Oh. As you begin riding off, these and you're in your Lex Arcana garment, so leaving the city that's already been arranged. Excuse me, soldier. A person in a merchant runs up to you who's near one of their carts. Excuse me. Can I ask for your help real quick? It won't take more than a second, I swear.
What do you need?
Well, can I come closer? I don't want to get within sword range. I know you guys can be a little... Okay, great. So, listen. May I take your hand, sir? I really just need to impress to you how important this is. He reaches out with his hands and then stops because he realizes, ooh, I better not touch you without your permission.
Must you? What do you want?
It's a custom. If you would indulge me, I swear to you. He opens up his hands. No needles, no nothing. I am barehanded.
I'll extend my left hand.
He clasps your left hand tightly, and shake, and you can feel a crushing feeling. It doesn't actually. It hurts, but not enough to do damage. It's enough to go. Yikes! That's a really tough grip strength he has. I implore you, sir. My business. I just need to get in, and it may not be the steel and metals that the governor wants, but Business has to be done. Denarii must flow. He shakes your hand and jostles it around, and you're kind of have to hang on to your horse a little bit. He's being really pushy.
Enough!
Of course. I'm sorry. He backs off, puts his hands up, and backs away from you like, no, don't want to die. I don't want to die. Sort of look. You feel something's in your hand when you back him off.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking. What is in my hand?
You see what appears to be and as you start to look, oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. I must. I do not mean to impede you in war. I'll move out of the way. I am so sorry. And
I'll just kind of shake my head as if, for the any audience that might be watching, like, oh my God, and just kind of ride on a little bit. And as I'm riding, at a walking pace, see what he's slipped me.
As you're getting further away from the gate and you look at your hand, you see what appears to be a spindle of brass that has been, where a message has been tapped into with a chisel.
Hopefully it's in Latin. Let's see if I can read it.
The patrician Julia Rufina resides in the house of Caius Plancius. Pluto watch over you and all of your secrets. Lex Arcana. As a certain assassin, we flash back as two people are trying to kidnap Julia Rufina. A certain assassin had seen this happen, waited for them to try to tie her up, and then murdered the two of them.
Yay, Lex Arcana assassins. Okay, well,
Yay.
Guys, Plancus I know. Okay, so I will... Okay, first I'm going to go ahead and find Numa.
You start riding north?
Yes.
You approach the fortified bridge and see that more soldiers have arrived. You can see the buildup of the Legion starting to get ready to begin the crossing. They're still days away, but there's a lot of prep that goes into mobilizing a Legion. But you can see the auxiliary units that are starting to be built up here now, so that way they have a nice steady train that'll go from Augusta to this fort, and then from this fort to whatever new fort they do, and then
Right.
So they're doing that. They're doing the prep now, so this place becomes more fortified. Can be a supply point. Even if they get cut off from the city, this place will have its own supplies.
Good deal.
In good time, you find yourself in the company of the Tribune Numa.
I'll hand him over the scroll or whatever from the censor. Congratulations, you've been seconded into the Cohors Arcana.
From the fire to the volcano.
Well, hopefully, we, working together, will be able to prevent, I kind of gesture to all the soldiers and stuff around from walking into the volcano. We need you to ready yourself and a capable troop of cavalry, preferably those that you've brought with you from Italia, rather than any locals. We'll be going into the mountains, potentially traveling rough. We need people you trust, people you can count on, who also can move quietly and, if possible, have some experience in mountains, although we know some trails through.
I'll assemble a Contabarum of 4, myself plus 3 of my best.
Very good. We'll be either leaving tonight or shortly before dawn tomorrow.
I'll have them set aside and waiting. I presume secrecy is in order? Or do you not?
Yes.
Okay. We will be doing, if anyone asks, we'll be doing horse drills. I need to work on my horsemanship anyway. He shrugs like, who cares? Sort of look like, who's going to question a Tribune?
Corvus nods and said, Very well. Until later, and thanks.
Doing my duty, sir.
As do we all. Then I will head back. I think I'm going to go direct to Plancus's house and check on Yulia.
As you start heading back, hey Tiberius, you arrive at the meeting place, and neither of the other members of your Cantabarum are here.
That's not good. I'm willing to wait.
Do you do anything while you're there?
I don't know. I'll post my horse up somewhere. Take a sip from a nearby fountain if the water smells and feels okay. Take in the pulse of the canal. You know.
Give me Ingenium.
Five.
There's something you can't put your finger on. There's something off. Like, you can feel the air of the city's off since you've been riding around, but gods know what it is. It doesn't help that you're without your Cantabarum and you were meant to rendezvous here, and they're not here. Like, that bodes ill.
I'll keep myself on edge in that case. Like, I'll try and take a bit of a vantage point. Like, if there's a staircase that leads up to somewhere or something that... Actually, I'm on a forum, right? It's a large open space, right? Yeah, so I'll see if I can take any sort of vantage point. Like, if there's a staircase that leads up to somewhere or to a temple or someplace, I'll sit myself down on the stairs and just kind of observe. And that's it. So if anyone wishes to approach me, they need to be in my field of vision.
Give me Decapore.
Turn.
Yeah, you find a nice little vantage point to tuck yourself away into and observe. And from your vantage point, you see a lot of people coming and going. Very busy area, as you can imagine. Especially with the Legion mobilizing and war over on the horizon. Give me Sensibilities. There it is. Thank you.
Eight.
You see, from your vantage point, the governor of Augusta Emeritus speaking with someone who has their hood drawn up at their side as he's with his personal guard and is moving from a temple toward the governor's palace.
Mustn't ask us, not his business, not his business. Keep watching him until he disappears from sight.
He does so. He and his guard do not see you from your vantage point.
Lower myself from my vantage point and begin shadowing. Following the governor, yes.
The governor and his companion, along with his guard, will carry on all the way to the governor's palace.
And the hooded figure?
The hooded figure... See how clever you are, Governor. Not that clever. Yeah, he sends the hooded guy away.
Follow the hooded guy.
Give me a fresh Decapore. Now we're opposing each. Numbers. What'd you get, by the way?
A 5.
That's not good. Mind you, my guy's not super stealthy. Well, no, not super stealthy. He could be. He needs to be able to see you. That's more the thing we care about, isn't it? Yep. How good's your sensibility? Not that good. Not that good. It's actually a lot worse than I thought it was. Okay, cool.
That's tie.
Believe we re-roll here in this system.
Okay.
Yeah, because in a tie we're supposed to re-roll. Yep.
Haha.
Yeah, you're able to shadow this person to a side entrance that requires passwords to go through. So not one of the major gates, it's one of the small, like, side gates for messengers to sneak out of the city. And it gives...
Does this person seem like a messenger? Is there a messenger's bag?
You don't see one.
Okay.
They seem outfitted for travel, though.
He goes through the gate?
Yep.
Outside of the city?
Yep.
God. Could I have like a common sense roll or something? I mean, everything about this city smells off, and this guy smells even more off because he's hooded. Mm-hmm. That's the classical sign of an evil bad guy. Tiberius will think to himself. He will look up to the sky. Am I doing the right thing, Mars?
Elitus.
Oh, sure.
I can't answer that question for you. You'll have to trust your own gut.
Well, then my gut says I'm going towards the gate.
The guards there see you. Hold out their hands. Password?
Lex Arcana, and I'll show them my badge.
Give me Debello. As you're intimidating them to move out of your way. Yep. Well, there is a half beat of, well, what are you gonna do about it, sort of, that any Legionnaire has when they think they can stop somebody, and it's, no, guys. Use your common sense here. That's a Praetorian of the Lex Arcana. He could kill the both of you, and the most he'll get is a fine. Maybe don't get in his way. Maybe this isn't worth being annoying about. And they nod and just wordlessly just kind of, like, there's a tough guy like, yeah, we're gonna, and then nah, and they look at each other and nah, that's not smart, and they just move out of your way.
Smart fellows, and I'll move through the gate.
And you continue shadowing this guy?
If there's a moment where I can catch him alone, I'd like to catch him and, grab him by his clothes and pin him up against something before he reaches the bridge.
You probably, he's riding along on a horse and you're following after him on a horse.
Yeah, at some point I'd like to approach his horse, stop, very quickly in front of him, and try and rein in the horse so it raises its front hooves and smacks them on the ground.
Cool. So, fall into combat, in essence. As you've ambushed him on the road. Not know you were following him, and suddenly there's you right there. He doesn't know you're coming. You can choose to do an initial volley or not. He can't initial volley you. He doesn't know you're coming.
Yeah, can I see if I can buzz off an arrow past his ear as a warning shot? I don't want to kill this guy or anything, or his horse, rather, for that matter. Yeah.
You could try, I will...
I'm trying to spook his horse, if possible, so it throws him off.
Yeah, I will make you... Yeah, I'll make you roll range attack. If you hit the number, then I'll have you roll a Debello to intimidate the horse. As long as you hit 3, it's near enough to the horse that you're going to spook it.
Oakley dokley.
Just a matter of how how dumb the horse is, how stubborn it is. I'm not going to be varied, because horses aren't known for having high debello.
10?
Yeah, easily you're able to pick where you throw your shot. You decide not to throw it at him or at the horse, but you do throw it near enough to the horse. And it has a dying debello. Give me debello as you're trying to scare the horse.
12.
I can't beat you because they are not favored by the gods. But we do need to know by how much. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is a complete success. If you got marginal, whatever, I was going to do something else. The horse does buck him off, so running away is not an option for this guy anymore. He'd have to spend a tempest getting back on his horse. His horse is pretty sturdy. It is a war horse, but you threw it enough that it was like, oh, I gotta move away from the attack, and he was not expecting the horse to buck at all. So he's like, ah! He tumbles out of the horse's saddle and kind of collapses to the ground, kind of gets himself to his feet, and he's looking as you approach to him. He doesn't know you're there yet. He's still confused and thinking all that happened was his horse threw him, and he's kind of looking over at the pilum you threw.
Arrow for
sorry.
my bow.
The arrow you fired. Looks at the arrow. Approach up to him, and what do you do?
I will also dehorse myself.
Okay.
And I should like to approach him, and if he's on the ground, get his hands away from his pockets or anything of the sort with my feet.
He's kind of rolling up to his feet during it, so you're trying to... You're approaching during the tempest.
I'll press my boot down on his back then, if he's like on his front, and push him further into the ground.
Okay, so give me de corpore. We're gonna see how good a hold you put onto him. You can't roll back. It's a difficulty 0 because he doesn't know you're coming.
Focus and brawling applies.
Yep.
Here's a 6.
You can choose to do damage if you wish. You do not have to.
I will not.
Yep. So you basically pin him with your foot a bit. It's not a super great pin, but enough of your body weight's down on him that he's aware that you're there on him.
Now, what business does a strange hooded figure have with the governor? Do you carry a letter or something far more sinister?
In this case, I will call for DeBello. If you succeed, he will probably say something. If he succeeds, he's gonna hit you with something. He may decide that he has better chances attacking you.
Oh, for crying out loud! It's either I spend my last 6 pietas or... No, let him hit me if he succeeds. Fuck it. 113. Who does that? Who else but me?
This? Am I full of crap? Let me check my notes. I don't think he's that big. Better than a normal dude. Know that off the top of my head. That's the question. That answers the question. Good God. Okay, never mind. You're not that important, dude. You are this. Oh, that's worse. That's not bad. That could be worse. Roll numbers. I need to roll. Ah.
Thank Mars.
You sniff.
Thank Mars, I did not spend this pieta.
So, it's a marginal success. You learn from that he wordlessly reveals, he looks resistant, and as you see him reach to pull at a gladius, you kind of stomp your foot a bit to kind of force him to not, as a sort of like, stop that or I'll hit you sort of look, which that is enough to spook him from drawing his gladius. And you notice he's wearing a Lorca musculata.
Ah. fellow warrior such as myself, please do not make this any harder than it needs to be. What are you carrying?
Another Debello as you try to force him to give you answers.
Eight. Oh, lordy. Look at that guy.
I think he only just did it, so he gets ×1. He actually managed to draw his Gladius, and he swipes up at you.
Okay, damage?
5.
No.
As you step back, and he slashes up at your armor, and it catches the blade clean. And he kind of gets up to his feet a little bit as he has his Gladius out.
Now, can I try and hit him with the blunt end of my axe, like in the stomach, so I'll knock the wind out of him?
You can try. Develop.
Hell yeah. We rolled a bigger dice pool for this one. 15.
7.
So I beat him by 8, that's ×3. I mean, I'm rolling 33 dice if you're gonna allow non-lethal, right?
I am.
23.
You hit him, and it's like he got hit by a battering ram. His body just folds over the hit, and you hear him gasp, and he kind of stumbles back. He drops his Gladius, and he kind of skips along his heels because you hit him so hard, and he basically dove onto the hit. This was the easiest counter hit in the world, and he just goes skittering on his heels, desperately waving his hands in front of him, and then he just falls back onto the dirt, unconscious.
Flip him over real quick and check his pockets.
Meanwhile,
Tiberius the Hobbit is
mustn't ask
in the pockets.
Oh wow, we're doing way better on time than I thought we were. Good damn. Orvis, you ride up on the estate of Caius Plancus.
I don't know if I can do this or not. Can I send Ferox to find Tiberius and lead him here?
You can try. It's gonna be very difficult because by this time he might have moved. I would call this De Natura. I'll tell you for free. You're looking at difficulty 15 at least.
Is there any particular specialty that would apply?
Falconry or something like that.
I guess that'd be hunting.
Hunting, I'll take that.
Give it a shot. But fortunately, because I have a trained animal in Ferox, the difficulty is reduced by 1 level, so I guess I'd bring it down to 12.
Yep.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. It's gonna put me at 19. And if you can't find him, not to spend all day, but come on back. Let's try that. Ha! Oh well, I probably can't get him to understand.
Ferox will go off to find the prey.
Okay. Well.
And he finds prey several times. Don't worry, Ferox will be well fed for the day.
Yeah, very good. So,
he misunderstood what you meant.
fair enough. It's worth a shot. Yeah, so I will seek entry into the house of Caius Plancus.
The old man comes to greet you as this visit, since you're in your war gear and with your emblem Lex Arcana, entry into the estate is a lot easier. You summon a lot sooner. He just quietly stares up at you as you're on your horse.
I'll dismount and... Well met, Gaius Plancus. I understand Julia Rufina is here?
She is. I don't know how you know that. Did she have something to do with the patricians' attack?
Attack?
He looks around, and some people take up improvised weapons and try their best to look menacing, but these are apprentices to some engineer and farmhands and servants. They are not the kind of people who can fight reliably.
I don't know anything about any attack. A informant of the cohort's Arcana let me know that she was here through surreptitious means. That's all I know. Is she injured?
Why was she traveling alone on such days of war?
Because time is short and we had many things to do, and so we had to each take on separate missions.
He hobbles his way over to you. Some of the people kind of step back and forth like they really don't know what to do. Like, is there a signal? What are we doing here, old man? Why did you ask us to do what we're doing? But okay. He gets within arm's reach of you. Kind of lifts up his cane and kind of jostles you in the chest with it. You don't leave your Cantabarum alone. Even I know that.
Ah, I did not realize that you were a general of the Praetorian Guard.
I've seen young men and women die for the Empire. Don't you lecture me!
Where is Julia Rufina?
Follow me! He just waves at you, and everyone kind of looks at him like, what do we... And then he gives him a dirty look of, did I stutter? He didn't say anything, and everyone just goes, we find... Well, I'm gonna move this wheelbarrow. Why? Shut up, I'm moving a wheelbarrow. Old man's mad and grumpy. Don't give him a reason to be mad at us. And he leads you into his house.
I should have gone to see Valeria and let Julia Rufina deal with grumpy old men. All I've done today.
And you see Julia Rufina is laid out. You see that she is being tended to by a makeshift healer. Some middle-aged woman who's putting wet cloth and herbs to her.
Can I try an actual healing roll on her so that she can get a natural healing later?
Certainly make the attempt. Decentia, please.
I do have a point in medicine, so that gets me up to a smashing 11. My difficulty.
Hooray.
I mean, if it's a base hit is all I needed, I got that, but I got a 6, so I don't know. Can't remember what the base for healing is.
6 if they're not dying. 9 if they are.
Yay, you're not dying.
Well, Julia Rufina.
Yes?
Does her story carry on, or is this the last we see of her?
She'll carry on. Because she wasn't completely zeroed out. It was just to her encumbrance.
You stir awake. You're sore, and you recover 1 HP.
With a night's rest, you'll recover vigor, hopefully.
Yeah.
Actually, is 1 HP enough to get you out of your encumbrance knockout?
Let me check, actually. I need to check. No. No, it is not.
Your medicine...
the question is, would they have like stripped her of her armor and stuff before doctoring her?
Oh, it's true, yeah. They would have taken the armor off and stuff. So your encumbrance would fall away without that.
Oh, okay.
So you...
Then yeah.
You awake without your war gear, because you are now on in your moments and in consciousness, you heard someone mutter, "Her heart will feed them." And in your bleary unconsciousness, you saw the man leering over you, knife raised up. He jammed it down. Someone or something got in the way. And then, as you started fading unconscious, you saw a heavy dart lodge into the head of the guy who was over you. And you hear angry barking, and then you got knocked unconscious. And now you're awake in a bed you're not from, and with Corvus and Caius Plancus and some middle-aged woman all kind of huddled around you. Ferox comes over with a bloody beak. Corvus, you now realize Ferox misunderstood what you meant.
That's okay. He's still a very good bird.
A well-fed bird now, because you gave him treats.
Right.
That's not what you asked him to do, but whatever. Ferox is happy.
All right. I'll explain to Yulia where she is, and that an ally of the Arcana gave me information, and then I presume we exchange information.
Yes, and I would say that ally, whoever they are, saved my life.
Sounds like we owe him a favor.
I nod. I do, at least.
It's do you have a good Demacia, or is it Tiberius who's the
I actually have a good Demacia. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Mine is mediocre.
Yeah, mine too.
Mine's not terrible the way my natural is. But
I will.
fantastic.
Since you're kind of needing to rest anyway, I will I will tell you what the priest of the Lupercal told me, and see if you can make heads or tail of it.
Can I?
You can certainly make the magia.
Repeat it verbatim.
Yeah, the good thing is it's an easy to repeat story now that you've heard it. It's like, I don't understand it, but it's a good story. It's easy to remember.
Right.
Does Imperial Cult supply?
It does.
Once upon a time, two American hikers were hiking through the wilds of Scotland when
Bigfoot.
they became separated. Yep, you're in the same boat I was.
I will tell you about the possibilities of alternate rituals.
Huh.
Since I don't have the ability to do Mercury's ritual failed, but I don't want to step outside of the Imperial Cult.
I will actually say, because you're from Italia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the role is made easier, it's made easier a step again, because these legends are the folktales he's telling are ones you heard when you were a child. As a Ratian
from Roma Urbe.
Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, we heard these stories all the time. Whereas as a Ratian, he heard of them later in life, and probably you may have heard of it in passing. But for you, it's a childhood tale. You've heard it a million times.
Okay.
You know, that there are. You remember in some of the tales he's talking about, the Sword of Herbs and some of the tales around that are about what that's supposed to be about is something to do with, there are certain herbs you can find that can attract wolves if you're hunting wolves, and supposedly the hero in that particular story attracted adding bits of meat to the herbs, basically drew in the Versipellis toward them, away from the village so they could fight them somewhere safer. You've also heard in one of the other tales, it talks about how the whips are made and why they're made the way they are. You know, there's something to do with that being whipped by them isn't meant to hurt the wolves. It's meant to help you. It's a blessing of the wolves upon you to face wolves. That's why it's good luck to be whipped during Lupercalia. But there's more to it than that. In the stories he's recounting at you, it has something to do that being hit by them is actually a good thing. It's still going to hurt. It's still being hit by a whip. But Lupercalian whips have a certain unique property when facing wolves. Yeah. And one step further, connected with what you learned, you know that as part of the ritual, to ward off wolves, priests will sacrifice a goat, lay a knife spoiled with sacrificial blood upon their own forehead to bless themselves, and that's when they begin the Lupercalian hunt. That probably will. That sounds like the people who you don't necessarily need a Lupercalian to whip you to do that to get the benefit. You could do the same sacrifice in the same manner out of season and get a similar, at least the wolf result. You won't get the true festive result. You know, you won't be more fertile or what have you, or more virile. But when it comes to wolves, heroes in the legends might, in theory, could do such a thing. It's a lot of reading between the lines and knowing what the moral of this tale is and stuff like that.
So the sacrifice followed by putting blood on your forehead from the sacrifice provides protection as well?
It makes it so that you could fashion your own Lupercalian whip, and you could whip somebody to get the whip benefit.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever that is. You're not sure precisely because you're not a Lupercalian, but that's the idea. That's how the first Lupercalians started. So it's like, well, they were just people. So, in theory, anyone could do it. You just, And as Lex Arcana, you are the few people who could do it with good reason and get away with it without offending people. Yeah. It's not a crime. It's like dressing up as Santa during Halloween. It's a weird thing to do out of season, sort of idea. But I mean, if you have a good reason for it, you could do it. And no one will think you're weird. I mean, they'll still think you're weird, but anyone does weird stuff. It's you guys.
Still, so the only weapon we really know about is the silver, in theory, because all that sounds protective rather than offensive.
Still good to know, though.
Do you feel able to ride?
Yes, but probably not to fight.
Well,
unless things get desperate.
Hopefully the rest of the day will be spent in the archives, where you'll only have to fight with your mind and your dice.
Let us hope.
So yeah, let's head back towards town.
What of the priest? The priestess, Kaya says as you're starting to leave.
What of her?
The merchant that brought you here said that she was carried off to the temple. Did he not tell you?
I'll look at the spindle and see if I missed a message.
No.
I shake my head.
Which, Corvus, it dawns on you that when it comes to them, they tend to be very focused, almost myopic sometimes.
Toward the Memoria Obita?
He nods.
Priest, is he talking about Valyria?
Yes, the priestess of the Memoria Obita, Valyria.
Was she traveling with you?
No. She wasn't supposed to be, anyways.
It sounds like we have another errand to run before catching up with Tiberius. At least the
suppose so.
Memoria Vita is close.
Yes.
I'll fill Yulia in too on having arranged for Numa and his men.
The two of you ride to the temple and find it as busy as Yulia had found it before, except as you enter the temple, the air is far more somber. And you find that there's far less priests. Some of them are still hanging about to help people, but the majority of people that were here, Yulia, they're not in the room. They're off somewhere. Like all the senior people are away somewhere. They're not in the main chamber or in the out front.
Okay. I will go deeper in, I guess.
Yep, I'm with her.
Some of the priests move to stop you as they see you kind of going deeper in, and then they see your uniforms and your emblems, and they stop and glare. And then one of them looks over at Yulia and then just kind of and then sighs and looks at everyone else and just gives a wave of don't stop them. And then the one person who managed to get everyone else to get out of your way just kind of gives a nod of sorry at the two of you before getting everyone to hurry up to do what they were supposed to be doing. Whereas the average congregant doesn't know what that was all about. It was kind of this weird tense moment that went away almost immediately. Like, that's weird. Why would people of Persephone have anything against the Lex Arcana? Oh, whatever. Moving on. You go in deeper?
Yeah.
And I'm still with her.
You travel back to the garden where the rituals were done. And you see Valeria laying on the ground, her hands folded on her chest, as various priests are huddled around her in prayer.
What happened to her? I will ask one of the near one.
They all look up at you. You look between each other. They nod at each other. The older of the three kind of looks up. She went to follow you on the road. He said that you'd have need. That she felt an omen cross over her face. Your demise. Raced from the temple. When she came back to us, she was bleeding profusely from her back. We believe she has passed from us. All we can do is pray to the gods. She did not go to the underworld quite yet. But if she does, that she goes remembered for all she's done. The others would give that person a look like they weren't expecting her to give that explanation, but they kind of nod like, okay, yeah, that's probably fine.
I have some knowledge of medicine. May I examine her? Perhaps I'll be able to help.
The senior of the priests gestures to go ahead.
See what I can determine. I'll do a medicine roll here. The way I've been rolling today, who knows what will happen? 6. Seems to be 5 or 6 is what I rolled today, guys.
She is dying. She's lost too much blood. That the medicine you're providing is not enough to save her from the brink.
I try to assist on that roll, potentially?
You certainly can.
What skill is it again?
Descientia.
Decent, yeah.
Oh, I'm actually somewhat decent at that one. Sweet. 9.
You, Corvus gets some of the way there, and then you are able to see the steps he missed, and you're able to ask for certain herbs they have present, and they quickly grab them for you to supply. Make a quick tea and a balm, and eventually, you're able to slowly bring her back from the brink of death.
Good deal.
She will need much rest. We think she will live. She will not stand at Persephone's side quite yet. We thank you for your mercy and aid.
If what you say is true, she had a hand in saving my life. It's only natural to render aid in kind.
And from what I understand, Pluto had a hand in saving yours, lady.
I will look over at you, and then kind of nod after a moment.
Death seems to follow you, Patrician.
I assure you, it's not intentional on my part.
We are soldiers of Rome. It's kind of what we do.
Perhaps, should you come to Rome once again, you should go to the feet of Pluto. See why death favors you. For you lose all intent as to why it favors you.
All right, let's go find Tiberius. He's probably wondering what's become of us.
Yes.
Oh, man.
And as you walk away from the trio who continue to pray over her, and mostly in thanks to the gods for sending people to assist their sister in need, and so on and so on, Yulia, you just have this deja vu feeling, like you've been in this situation before, except the other time you weren't able to bring that person back.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
it begins to rain cold and heavy upon you, Tiberius, as you pick through this person's pockets.
What has he got in his pockets is precious.
You find a stone toggle with an impression of a wolf's face with a dagger in its teeth. And the lettering R, a row stitched into the bottom, or carved into the bottom.
Okay, well, time for some good old interrogation. Can I slap this guy awake? I mean, I just knocked the wind out of him. Hopefully he wakes up.
Descientia, medicine.
Oh, get out of here. I'm trying to slap him awake, not...
Exactly, you're trying to wake him up without hurting him.
I'll hurt him a bit if I need to.
Okay, you certainly will.
Okay, Scientia it is then. 2.
Wake up, slap, slap. Wake up, slap, slap. Yeah, that's not working.
That was a wolf carving, or
A wolf's face carved with a dagger in its teeth.
and with an R on the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Old army trick. Pull off one of his boots and start tickling the underside of his foot with my dagger. See if that wakes him up, because the foot is very sensitive. It'll jolt you awake at any time.
It was.
Yeah, you certainly scrape off some of the callus he's built up.
You gave him the restless leg.
It doesn't work? Damn.
No,
Okay,
he if he were faking it, that would have woke him up. But he got clobbered. The only reason he's not dead is that you pulled that. Like, even as you touch him over, you cracked some ribs. Like, he got hit bad.
Okay, well then, I'll place him somewhere, like laying down somewhere, and I'll, sit next to him.
Okay.
But I have a couple of minutes to wait, hopefully.
So you just sit there by the road for a while?
Yeah.
Okay. So every so often, a equestrian will come by and see you hanging out by the road with this guy laying unconscious on the road. Looks at you.
And I'm sharpening my axe.
You okay, sir?
Lex Arcana business. Press forward.
You got it. He just shakes his head like, I don't want to know. I have other things to do.
Soldier.
Yes, sir. Damn. Yeah.
A couple of denarii if you manage to wake this man up.
Sir?
I'll give you a couple of denarii if you manage to wake him up, soldier.
Sure, sir, I'll try. Gives it a shrug and gets his horse a little bit off the road, and sure he doesn't run off on him. He goes over, grabs something out of his saddlebag, so some basic healing stuff. We'll give it a try. It's just DC into a soldier. Probably not better than his. Well, it's a little better than his.
Probably a lot better than mine.
Actually, oh wow. Well, he'll try. Well, he put some herbs on the against the he takes out some of the armor, and you see a massive bruise across that dominates the center of his chest. And as he feels at the ribs, the guy goes, he winces and moans and kind of, oops, okay, don't touch the ribs. Okay, so those are broken, he says, pointing out what you already know. Try some herbs. He waves some under his nose, but says, sorry, sir, I'm afraid the ways I'd wake him up would might kill him. He's not dying, if that's any consolation, sir.
Do you think he can wake up soon enough if I leave him alone?
If he's under a tent or something, the rain probably freezing to death out here.
New set of orders for you, equestrian. Take him to prison. He's under arrest, under official Lex Arcana business. Do not let anyone else interrogate him.
So in turn...
That includes the forces of the governor or anyone. Lex Arcana outranks them. Understood?
I'll put him under Lex Arcana seal, sir.
Very good. Take him away.
He gets a bit of twine and ties his hands and feet out of protocol. This guy's so hurt he's probably not going to wake up till a night's rest, but he does it anyway, just in case.
Oh, soldier.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the bandits in the hills?
Only that we're going to give him a good thrashing, sir. Kill them all.
You ever face any of them in battle?
One or two. Small groups. Nothing we can't handle.
They ever carry any insignias on them?
Not that I saw, sir.
This remind you of anything? And I'll show him the stone.
Looks like a pass toggle of some kind. R in Latin. He says as if you don't know Latin.
The wolf?
I don't know. No bandit band I know of has that emblem around here. Most of them go with like mountains or goats or something. They don't usually do wolves. We don't get many wolves out here, you see. So wolves' heads are kind of odd. More of an Italia thing, really.
Right, on your way, soldier. Remember, Lex Arcana seal.
Sir. And he puts the guy on the horse, and we'll start riding back to Augusta Emeritus. Well, it carries on. That's where he's going anyway, but...
Yeah, I'll stay a bit longer, like on the side of the road, sitting down, looking at the stone before I place it into one of my pockets and ride as well into Augusta Emeritus.
Eventually, find each other in the dark and rain outside the gates of Augusta Emeritus.
Yay, we've had a day.
And I see Yulia Rufina's not looking very hot, is she?
No.
Wincing, even though she without any of her war gear on, because if she puts it on, it'll be too heavy, and she'll have to lay down again.
By the gods, what has happened to you?
Ambush.
Does somebody need killing?
I think they were already killed by an allied agent in the area.
Shame. I would have preferred to get my blade wet at least against someone who has committed a crime against you. Listen, I need to speak to both of you.
Pluto lays claim to such things even above Mars.
Well, fair enough, I suppose. Come to the archives. I need to speak with both of you and show you something.
Very well.
Get out of this rain.
The city is dark and dreary. Many eyes look up to the strange, flickering star in its many colors. Pierces the rain. Is a dark omen that makes all fear what is to come in the days and nights. Some soldiers mutter among themselves quietly as they see the three of you passing. They are plainly uneasy, and your presence pushes away doubt that something arcane is afoot. What can they do? And hope the three of you can do something about it.
Have they seen the way we roll? Because
It is
The way
grim.
we roll is deeply unfortunate.
It is an even more grim omen than the rain. Our roll. Right. Can we enter into the archive?
Easily. You enter into one of the city archives.
Quickly check around, like, I don't know, is anybody listening in? I doubt it, but yeah.
let's see if we
keep
can't
safe.
find the Lex Arcana archive first.
Oh, right. Perhaps
If you
there
have
nobody
secrets
will
to
listen.
reveal.
With your emblems of the Lex Arcana, you're able to find the head archivist and demand to know where the hidden place is. They dutifully check your bona fides, one by one, to ensure each of you are supposed to be in there. They note it in the record that you three have entered. They note the time, give or take, and they leave a notation of when you leave as well. But they kind of leave that part blank, so they're waiting for you to leave. And then once they've done that, they close up that particular book, which is only for Lex Arcana records. They nod at some of their assistants to follow after him and you. They lead you under guard and escort, shooing away anyone who might happen to be going the same direction as you. Like, no, you don't go this way. No, don't go this way. And there is a sense of tension. As you know that those two who are following around, they're not Lex Arcana, but some archivists are alerted that there are secret things that aren't meant for the average person. And the people this person called over probably have daggers hidden on their person. That if it comes, not daggers, but like cudgels. If it comes down to it, they may, if someone tries to charge in or fall after you, they're going to get a beating. They're not supposed to go this way, and anyone who is chasing after Lex Arcana secrets is not, when they're asked very politely not to, are facing very serious charges. If nothing else, to buy you time to either get away or to help them arrest people. One of the rare times archivists bother to arm themselves, because the only people who have super secret stuff of this importance is the Lex Arcana. But eventually, you're unaccosted. Most people are not. There's some functionaries coming about, looking in the archives for this, that, or the other. A lot of looks go your way, but with the archivist as your guide, under guard, yeah, everyone knows that following after you or asking too many questions about you gets Lex Arcana interrogations. And everyone has a secret or two. Who wants to tick off the Lex Arcana or the Emperor? So eventually,
There's a couple of idiots out there, you know.
Yeah. Well, once we're kind of in private, let's catch up.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I did, and then I'll present Yulia with the stone. Fellow equestrian told me that wolves are more of a Rome thing, assuming he meant the old tale of Romulus and Remus. This mean anything to you?
I'll take a look at it.
Give me Decientia.
I'll
Does
assist.
investigation apply?
Yes.
I doubt it, but... Oh, cool. 8.
7.
Nice.
I've broken the 6th ceiling. I'm awesome.
Who do you think about it? There's something to this.
Guessing R is Ravager.
You need at least 3 successes, and the target number was 9. You've made no successes so far. You do know this is something important.
Oof.
How many attempts have we?
2 a day.
You can try again.
I guess.
Yeah, we need 3, he said.
Yep, it's pretty.
Okay. Let me try and get my 3 in on the first one as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay, go on, guys. Got it.
Worse.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's our 2 attempts for the day.
One of those.
Ah! God damn it.
Ugh. Oh, well.
Let's check.
You got it.
The 3 of you puzzle over it. It clearly means something, and it is right to say that wolves are far more prevalent in Italia and Raetia and Germania. Those are more. Bandits tend to choose animals in their local area to say, we're the wolves of whatever, or the boars of whatever, or bears of whatever. Yeah, this seal's off. Like this, I mean, there are wolves in Italia. That's not like alien to them, but it's not the most popular emblem in the region.
Tell me something. Based on the shape of it, do you think it could slot into something?
It's meant as a toggle, like a. I'm part of this group. I'm one of you.
A badge, as it were.
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't quite get that part. But still, does it look like it could slot into somewhere? Shape-wise?
It's like a dowel, so sorta, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, the man that was carrying this for the governor is in prison under Lex Arcana seal, so hopefully even the governor can get to him. Once he recovers from his injuries, at least a little bit, I did give him a pretty hard smacking with the axe. The blunt end, not the sharp end. Perhaps we can interrogate him, but I doubt it will be today, and time is of the essence. In any case, I suppose we must search these archives now. As much as I hate doing this, what exactly are we searching for? Actually, question for the GM. How far do these records go?
As far back as the Lex Arcana has existed.
Deary me.
So we want, if we can find information on the Versipillis, the Ravager legend, cult of Endovelicus, anything more about the horn might be helpful.
What do you want to focus on first? Because there'll be separate roles for each thing you're asking about.
Yeah. Let's do the Wolfman first.
This will be Demagia. The difficulty is way lower now because you're going through Lex Arcana archives. So you're looking through the records of previous Contabarum who've done things in the region.
I'll do my best to assist.
Could I give you a persuasion for Denatra Beast Lore?
These are not natural.
Uh-huh. Could I apply the Beast Lore to Demagia?
I'll take it.
Thanks.
Another Demiurge might say no to that, but I'm okay with it. It's relevant enough that I think it makes.
Here's an 8. What's the difficulty?
I'm not telling.
Okay, assist me.
There's a 6.
Praise.
Denetra, was it? I might have misheard.
No, Demagia.
Magia.
Oh, okay. That is actually much better. Does Imperial Cult supply?
It does, given that it's relevant to Lupercalia.
Well, I tried.
That's all that matters.
I lost track of my thing. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so I can give. You look through the records, and you find that in the records there is a. You find more about the herbs, and understanding what they're used for. If you mix a certain set of herbs with a certain set of meat, it doesn't have to be human flesh. It could be any meat. With a certain set of herbs, you can and burn them. Basically, to make it a natural roll of difficulty 9. If you do that properly, you can attract all Versipellas in the vicinity to wherever that burning is. It forces them, because it smells like, it's basically you're creating the smell of people and making it very strong, and that draws them over. They want to eat human flesh more, man flesh more than any other flesh.
Are these herbs hard to find, or is it something common?
They're pretty easy to find. You just have to, they're weird, but you could gather them in an area. Yeah. It's now that you know what to look for, that's why it's just a quick little, it's more about combining them properly and burning them in the right time to get it to work. That's why it's only DT9.
And is the meat something special, or can it just be anything?
Any meat, really. Human flesh would be better, but it turns into a forbidden ritual if you do that.
Yeah, no
well,
kidding.
we don't like those, no sir. Okay.
Well, if we're
Useful
going to be
information.
doing the sacrifice to make the whips, we're going to have animal flesh.
That's true.
And tomorrow at sunrise we shall also have cold iron blades and cold iron arrows quenched in silver.
Oh, good.
Whatever the case is, this lupine shall face a very nasty wake-up.
Let's hope.
Mars be praised, I shall sink my axe into it again.
Okay, so I think maybe now this Ravager cult.
That's gonna be Demacia.
Okay.
And we assist?
Mm-hmm.
And I assume Imperial Cults does not apply in this case.
Correct.
I got to 6. Not very good.
Oh, the gods intervened for me.
Oh, there you
And
go.
for me.
Oh, there you go.
They can't intervene for you, Yulia. You don't have pietas.
Oh, shoot, you're right, they can't. Never mind, ignore the 4. Well, at least they intervened for Corvus.
And for me
Holy!
again.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
Get that bread, Corvus. Come on.
Aw.
Okay,
19.
it's bread. It's bread.
God. Right? It is a legend that death is a ravaging that can sweep over people. And that, you read between the lines a bit and compare notes. And Diana's Favor kind of helps you look up other books, like as the others are reading, and like you get to a point, and you're like, okay, well, I'll find the next book about that term while you guys keep reading. That book, that one, okay, that one's good. Read this one. So you're kind of hunting and picking out the books and getting like a cascade of information that kind of leads you down a particular line, so you don't get caught up in the whole legend of the Ravager. Or things like Ravager. In the general sweep, Ravager as a term, is less a cult of the Ravager. It's a thing that describes mass death, a ravaging of death of, what's the guy's name? Endovelicus. Endovelicus ravages people, and that ravaging can come in the form of, most commonly comes in the form of plagues or war. And the worst ravaging is of both. Now, some people who reach out to Endovelicus can try to harness that into that ravaging, not into a wider disease or wider war, but to a person. Singular. To embody in them the power of the wolf. To empower in them that hunger that death craves forever. And reading into the more forbidden parts, because this is stuff most people wouldn't know, because now we're getting into Pluto, like with Hecate or Jupiter or Mars, there's a point they're okay with it, and there's certain things that priests are allowed to do this, but people aren't. There's a limit to what regular citizens can do, but priests can do. For example, when you win in a triumph, it is perfectly fine to slay your prisoners before the steps of Jupiter. You're not sacrificing to Jupiter. That's a crime.
Right.
But that's how a triumph works. And there's a certain way you do it for a very certain reason. As long as you're doing it that way, the gods don't get mad at you. Likewise, sometimes death is required among followers of Pluto. Likewise, in this secret way, you can bring forth a powerful warrior from death to punish the enemies of Rome, or to purge Rome from a something that must be destroyed in great number. This is a secret that the assassins know of. They can basically create, in the most dire of emergencies, there's a ritual where they can basically create an undead warrior that can lead legions to crush it's usually like an all or nothing thing, like if a whole village is full of demons or beasts or undead. This is the oh no button. This is the I don't care what happens. The Emperor wants everything there dead. Kill it.
Oh.
And this is the way to kill everything. This is meant to wipe out a whole city, a whole province. Well, not even a whole province. They'd focus. In theory, it'd be a whole province, or all of Rome if you really let Pluto get wild. But Pluto does not have an interest to have the underworld filled with dead. However, if someone happened to know this ritual, they could bring someone back and unleash them on the world. It is a long ritual that requires sacrifice of many things. It requires great amount of wealth, coin. It requires foodstuffs and meats. Pluto frowns upon the death of people. You are bringing something back temporarily on a cause of the underworld. This is an underworld warrior you're creating. So adding more people to the underworld kind of complicates their life. They don't want that, so the ritual wouldn't work. So you're not sacrificing people, but what makes it forbidden is that it is a necromancer. It is a raising of the dead, and it is one of the few times that this is ever allowed. And you cannot breathe a word of this to anybody that this is a thing that can be done. Because one, it makes the Empire look bad. But also, even knowing that you could do this, people might think, oh, it's okay, because I'm doing it for Pluto. No. There is a very narrow... As far as you're aware of the law, either someone high up in the Lex Arcana would have to be okay with it, or the Emperor would have to be okay with it to make it legal. So, this ritual... And that one last step that you catch over, Corvus, with that higher roll, they describe that only certain warriors are worthy. Their souls have to be of such might and power that they're worth letting leave the underworld briefly. Pluto will not send a carpenter to help you. Pluto will not let go a fisherman or a priest. It needs to be a warrior, a champion. Someone Mars would be proud of, sort of person. And one person floats to your mind. Tarsus the Breaker.
That guy. Oh, we killed him.
Because if you were... if you're a cult, if you were there... Because you think of it as, if you were them, and you knew, and he was of your cult... If you were going to raise anybody, he'd be the guy to do. Thus, it is Tarsus the Ravager now. The only hope you have is that his power isn't at full. If he's alive, or undead, if he's alive, then he needs to last until a full moon has passed for all of the power to be drawn. He's basically trapped wherever he's being raised. He can't leave his place until a full moon's gone by. Then he can march forth and ravage the world till he is put down once more.
So until that point, I mean, is he basically a Versapellus, like the same kind of weaknesses and everything?
Yes, he himself is a greater Versapellus, essentially. That's what they've done. And the thing is, because they've probably done this without Pluto's approval, that's why there's other Versapellus happening. Those aren't... They didn't mean to create... They couldn't have possibly meant to create all those Versapelli, because now your mountains are surrounded with werewolves. They meant to create one that they can
Shit,
control.
there's more than one.
And because Pluto's really mad that they're doing something, this is why you don't do this ritual without his approval, because he'll just unleash Versapelli on you to make you stop. And the only way, but the downside of this is if that greater Versapelli does rise up, he can control the other ones. That's how he ravages. He spreads his killing power to all under his command and then sweeps over whatever he's supposed to destroy.
When's the next full moon?
2 days.
Yeah, not far.
So the greater Versapelli is probably not what we met because, as I'm understanding it, it's really confined to where it was raised.
Yeah.
Like a very small location. Okay.
He's at worst case scenario, he's trapped in the altar room. Best case for him, he can wander the temple. But other than that, he can't leave the... Even at the worst case scenario for you, he can't leave the temple grounds. Otherwise, the spell fades away. Or it may be only the altar he can do that. And if he leaves that area, he'll fade back to the underworld.
Okay. That's it for here. Then I think our next thing should be researching the temple itself. Like
Yeah.
the kind of sacrifices usually done to get in.
Magia.
Sigh.
I'll start us off. Don't worry.
I'll
Hey,
try to help.
Roll like that again, you know?
Does Imperial Cult apply on this?
No.
Here's a 9. It's pretty good.
Oh, well done.
I am not helpful
Mhm.
beyond lowering the difficulty.
Yep, same.
That's not normal for that temple. You figure out that's not a Pluto thing, and that isn't really a Endovelicus thing. I mean, sacrifices are a thing, but it's more the thing that the hint you get though is that there are 2 ways this probably works. Either they've corrupted it in such that human sacrifices could be done. That's likely what they did. Thinking about it. But given it's Endovelicus they're basing it off of, that was originally an Endovelicus temple. Like Pluto has his own things he likes, but if it's an Endovelicus based temple, vegetation is actually a sacrifice of certain times of day. Which ones you're not sure? But that's the feeling you get. Like that doesn't like Endovelicus will take the living, but they look to plant life more than people.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, what do we make of this? I'm kind of confused here. Is it something to act upon, or are we just kind of shuffling it under the rug?
Well, I mean, it seems like they may have corrupted. I mean, they've probably corrupted the temple to, do human sacrifices, and, it sounds like the 3 keys, for lack of a better term, is not a usual Endovelicus thing. That's we got that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But who does it then belong to? Is it linked to any special deity or certain deity?
Well, it seems like they're corrupting the rituals and cults of Endovelicus and Pluto. So, I mean, it's probably just a twist of that lets them, take advantage of some of this stuff without the god's approval or whatever. So, I mean, it could be that, if we could find out what kind of plants are offered, that might work. Another thing is, from what we understand of the horn, it could be that blowing the horn might make the temple itself remember what it's supposed to be.
Ah. Okay, so wait, we need to figure out what sort of plants we might give as an offering to the 3 ritual places, right?
Yeah.
In theory, but then again, those aren't technically the way of it. So, I mean,
Well,
yeah, I
hang
mean,
on.
we would need to figure out the 3 kind of plants from different points of the day that usually is given to Endovelicus.
Corby, my family were apothecaries, and I have herb lore. Anything
roll
I
that.
could scrounge up? Yeah.
Good roll that. Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe I'll recall what my parents used, like if anything at all. 8.
I could assist with that.
Certainly could.
$14.
Holy macaroni.
It is Denatra, so.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I will roll so that I lower the difficulty for the rest of you.
Hey, the gods intervened, except they can't.
Yeah, I have no pietas.
For dawn, you would look to Calendula or Marigold. For dusk, you would look for Sage. And for midnight, you would look for
Belladonna.
Mandrake.
Damn. Close.
Okay, none of those are hard to come by.
Yeah, no, I think they should all grow here in Iberia as well.
Or be found in the market.
Easily
Next
found in the
time
market,
we-
now that you think about it.
Yeah.
We can purchase some, and the next time if we head over to the corrupted shrine, perhaps we offer those up.
Yep.
See
Not
if
a
the
bad
way
idea.
opens up. Okay, well. Have we done everything we wanted to here?
Ravagers, we found more about the Versapellus.
Oh, actually, I have one. Think we could check like the last log that the Lex Arcana did here, or most recent at the very least.
You
Sounds
could.
like a good idea.
To what end?
Okay. I just want to see what are the last notes taken. If the Lex Arcana agents that are here have started to notice something strange, if anything has been noticed at all.
Demacia. The difficulty is going to be pretty high. You're giving me a wide blanket here.
Okay,
Maybe
how about we just get the last, like, 1 or 2, what's it called, 1 or 2 entries.
Well, you're
Well,
trying to
maybe
find the
we
most
zero-
the relevant ones. Thing.
Maybe we zero in on Maximilius and what was the coward's name?
I'm sorry, the coward?
It's the first name we got as the theoretical leader of the bandits. I'm scrolling. Give me a sec.
Scribonius.
Trebonius.
Yeah,
That's
Marcus Scribonius and the praetor, was it Maximilianus? Or
Maximinius.
Maximinius, yeah, there he is. See
Okay, sure.
if there's any reports on those 2 guys in the recent files.
Demacia. The difficulty's a lot lower now because you're looking after very particular. See if they pop up in the records.
Wow, we've missed,
Oh, gods intervene.
Mhm.
Yes, please.
we're missing our auger so much
Yeah.
the past couple times.
Can others assist with the
Sure.
Demacia roll?
Certainly.
I got a 17 overall.
Is there a what you call it? Imperial Cults application on this one or no?
I would take it.
Cool.
Should roll more.
I am not helpful.
God, look at that.
So you look over the records, and Tiberius, you're not an augur by any means, but you've learned of the secrets, of the things you are to adhere to and what not to, what a soldier's expected to do, what they're not supposed to do. And you look over, and neither Marcus nor neither Scribonius nor Maximinius have reports of doing anything forbidden, which makes sense. If they were on the hit list, another Contaverum would have come here to arrest them or kill them. But there are notations about them, because there was a lot of looks into Valyria, and the people who kept bringing it up were, each time, is Marcus Scribonius and Praetor Maximinius were the accusers of Valyria. So, when they can find anything to nail her down with, the natural follow-up was, well, maybe you're guilty and you're just pointing a finger to get us to look somewhere else. And they decided not to tell the governor that, because he doesn't need to know. It's not his business. And if they're wrong, they don't want to be found out to be wrong. If they're right, they want to take credit for it, not him. Now, Marcus Scribonius, the most they can find out about the guy, if he's guilty of anything, he's guilty of being a sniveling coward. A man who, frankly, there's nothing in the Lex Arcana he's violated, but as legionaries, as people in the Praetorian Guard and such, he, if he got attacked by some bandits, they would forget to defend him. You know what I mean? They're in no rush to save him, or whatever happens to him. Unless he's doing something forbidden, then yeah, they'll save him because Lex Arcana says to, but, they're in no rush. If he gets mugged in the street, don't worry about it. There's some, and then you see some follow-up reports of, we don't talk about people like that. This person has been reprimanded for their conduct on becoming yada yada yada. So someone got yelled at for that. The Marcus Scribonius, he's, as far as they're aware, if he's part of anything, he's a follower. That's the only thing that he's, later reports who go over that say, he's not a mastermind. But do keep an eye out, because cowards like this are easily manipulated. Praetor Maximinius, on the other hand, has shown a deep, unabiding faith and adherence to the teachings of Pluto. For he has seen many of his soldiers die in service, and though he gives his thanks to Mars for them having strong hands and valor, he trusts in Pluto to see them to the underworld. And he feels that Valyria perverts the divine vaunted nature of Persephone with her local god. And that's usually what his accusation surrounds around. Like, every time he's accusing her, it's because she follows Persephone, but that's because that's what the imperial cult requires of her. She is of a tolerated cult that actually follows the more local version of her. And he's repeatedly tried to bring her down because of that. He keeps bringing up rituals of that local god, and then finds out over and over, that's tolerated, that's not illegal, leave it alone. But when they look into him, he's just a Pluto follower. So they mark him down as a very faithful person, but woefully undereducated on the mysteries of the Lex Arcana. And he is known to frequent the ruin of Endovelicus in the Lusitanian Mountains. Which... Well. Which, at the time, wasn't suspicious to them. It's like, well, Endovelicus is reconverted into Pluto these days, so... They find it... At most, they've accused him of being hypocritical. It's like, look, you're yelling at her for following a local version of Persephone. You go to a local version of Pluto. So, as far as the Lex Arcana, after a while, the Lex Arcana stopped taking him seriously. Like, whatever. Stop wasting our time. It's not illegal to report this, but please stop.
totally understandable on the part of the Lex Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How's that for intel?
Pretty good. A lot of information this episode, despite ourselves.
Yep.
And what's the last thing that the Lex Arcana noted in the month that we arrived? Just like the last entry. That's all I want to know.
It's raining more often than usual.
I see.
Which, you know, minor omen. Maybe the crops are going to be, crops could be overwatered next year. But
Have they
know.
consulted any deity about it? As in, have they spoken to the? Oh God, who is the god of fertility of the fields? Is it Mars' son? Jupiter? No, is it Jupiter?
Actually, around here, Endovelicus.
Oh, actually, duh. Okay, well.
Or one of them, anyway.
They would have. They did actually consult with Valeria about it. Because that local goddess is the one that also looks after agriculture as well. Because there isn't really a true Pluto temple here. There is like a minor shrine here in Augusta Emeritus, but it's not a grand temple like she has. But as far as Valeria's reported, that the most they got out of that was that she noticed it's raining a lot too. She'll advise farmers to be careful about it and watch out for rot. Like at the time, looking back on it, it is a omen of what was to come today. At the time, it looked like an omen of something, but most people would assume it's an omen of be careful with your crops. Maybe take them in next year a little earlier. Maybe be careful nothing gets too wet. Not the rain's going to be far worse next year. And it's not going to be the kind of rain you think it is.
Yeah, well, I think we'd best head back to the inn. I think Yulia here needs a rest.
Yes.
Otherwise, those bruises are going to get more purple if we keep overworking.
Yes.
Yeah. Need that rest.
Very much so.
Right, come, let's get some, I don't know, tea and dinner.
Now that we know what we're about, Corvus is going to go buy what we need, the goat and whatever other animal to make the whips from to do the Lupercalia ritual.
That's a good idea.
Who shall take
buy the plants, the marigold, dusk, and mandrake.
Okay. So now that you've got those herbs, you can, if you burn them, that's when I'll ask for the Denatura roll to see if you've combined them properly. But you can keep doing it now because you can buy a bunch of that herb here. That's because you know exactly what you need, and they're pretty common.
Well, yeah, and actually those were the Endovelicus herbs, so I'll buy the herbs for the
And then Endovelicus herbs you can get.
Yeah, the summoning.
As for the whips, who is marked with the blood? Because one person is marked as the Lupercal, others are the ones who are whipped.
Shall I be marked as the Lupercal? Because the one that is marked, I'm assuming, will be the one that is the target of the quote-unquote werewolf.
From what I'm understanding, the sacrifice of the one who is marked is then able to make the whips, and it's the whips when you get whipped by the whips in order to get protection from the Versipilus.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know how long.
In which case, the rest of you probably should get whipped by it because I'm already cursed. So.
Okay, in that case, yes. So we'll mark the three of us, us two including Calypso, I guess, and
well, that's it though. One person is Lupercal that whips others. The Lupercal cannot be whipped themselves. They've already been marked by the blood.
So I'm saying maybe we wait till the next time when hopefully Calypso's with us, because Tiberius, I think you definitely need to be whipped because you're the
Okay.
weapon you're going to be going against it with is the axe, so you're going to be close up for sure.
Yeah.
So protection from attacks for you is going to be important.
Okay, well, I'm on board with that. You have your arrows. Yulia is already marked, so she can also get in close with me, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, this is a fair guess, based on, past experience, that Calypso is not going to go into close quarters combat against the werewolf.
That's probably fair.
Well, maybe she'll throw a stone at it.
And while I'm shopping, I will see if I can just buy a silver dagger, like whether it's kind of a letter opener kind of thing, or just
But you're
something
getting
made
them.
of some. Yeah, but just in case, I think I'm just getting the arrowheads. Right? Are we all getting daggers? as
No,
well?
I also got a Pugio, so I think if Calypso's not really the warlike type, you can have the Pugio as well, no?
Sure.
Because, look, her Debello is so negligible that she may not be able to hit the werewolf.
Yeah, fair enough.
You could probably find some sort of letter opener bit of silver. Just note that's what it is, because there is a difference between a cold iron quenched in silver and just a regular silver.
Oh, that's right. I was forgetting about the cold iron part. Sorry. Never mind then.
Keep in
Yeah,
mind,
I'll
he's
just
also a
grab the-
fairy. He needs to be banished.
I'll just grab the Pugio when it comes for some herbs and stuff for Verspellus summoning. Endoscopy. Endovelicus.
With all that said and done, the preparations becoming closer and closer. One more night passing, which I should mark that night going by. Before I forget that last time, and I had to do it today. I've moved my clock forward.
Yeah. Which of course means that I am in trouble next time.
For all of you watching out there, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. See you again next time. Bye. I'm so glad you guys got clues. I was so worried. I was like, oh no. They're running into so many blockades and they're running out of time. Oh, hey, okay.
Yep.
Here's all the clues you needed with, like, divine intervention.
Yeah, thank God.
Suddenly. We roll like absolute ass, but when we need to roll, at least we manage to somehow hit the mark.
Yeah.
Granted, on my part tonight, there was a bit of bullshito, but whatever. As long as we get the job done, right?
Yep.
And then getting ambushed. I got that ambush on the road. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
This is bad.
That was the worst. We blame you for that.
It's true.
Yeah, by book, you were in a lot of trouble. It was like, I have a story reason how to keep you from being dead.
Yeah.